All right, man. We're gonna start this off with Kobe Bryant family sells his memorabilia. You know, Kobe Bryant. In case you're wondering on the screen, man, which member of Kobe, family member sold his memorabilia, and it happened to be his parents, Pam and Joe. Strange from their son, since he was married to Vanessa Bryant, have put up for sale the championship that he won back in 2000 for a mere 30,000. Writer stresses the athlete, man. They said Kobe tried to block this selling 11 years ago, but now the family is forced to this point, man, to sell it. Kobe brought them a house years back, but now times are getting tight, and they can't afford to. I mean, they need the money, and they sold the man his championship ring because you bought your family a house, but then you can't. You didn't have a plan for them to sustain it, so they was forced to sell your memorabilia, man. So I want to start off, man, with Angelo, man. This is not really looking good on either party. Not for the family to have to sell. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking good for this family to have to sell their son's memorabilia. And on the part of Kobe, I mean, how selfish can it be? Like, like, man, how could you set your family up for failure? If you're gonna buy them a house, make sure you go ahead and take care of everything else, man. And you just, kind of left them high and dry at that point. What do you expect supposed to happen? So, Angelo, I want to hear from you, man, if I can, man. What's going on with this situation, bro?
I think that this just shows you how much of a cornball that both parties are. His
Really?
parent, his parents, and
Wow.
him, and him.
Wow.
Now, now um let me explain why. Um, one, I don't know what they beef. Well, I do know what the beef started with him. Marrying Vanessa, or whatever. That's allegedly what the beef started. But that's too much. That's too much money to not to not make sure that your parents are straight.
Right. What
You
about
you
his
ma-
wife?
you
Is
made
she all?
your you made sure your wife's you made sure your wife's family was straight. You couldn't have loved all them motherfuckers. Number one. Now from the parent side, it's some sucker shit for
What
this to
about what
even be
about? Let me
public.
ask you before you go there. What about Vanessa? Should she have stepped up and done something? Or at least bought the memorabilia from them or something?
Um, it then got to the point, man, where I doubt if they would even sell it to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I doubt that they would even sell it to her. It's they got a vendetta. I doubt that they
Already.
would. I doubt that they would even sell it to her. And they dragging this publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It gains you nothing. You're gonna get the ring sold. Yeah, but you could have got the ring sold without it being super duper public. And they spats was public, and they shouldn't have been public. And that's the only part that I hate about it from the parent situation. But Kobe was a prick, man. That's a lot of money to not what I'm saying, take care of your immediate family. And I know people always say enough is enough, and you have to cut people off, and in some cases you do. But
Uh,
the parents of Kobe Bryant shouldn't be in need.
let me go ahead and cut line right quick. I want to comment on this. You know, I feel like it's bad blood between Vanessa and the parents, uh, because she got whiff of it that the parents didn't want her with Kobe. They didn't want Kobe to marry her and be with her. I feel like what I'm saying. I gotta agree with Kobe family on this one. Um, they were trying to protect this man. It is your guy, Kobe, 20 years old. You trying to you're getting with a 17-year-old, And just because she turned 18 doesn't make everything go away. His family felt that was the wrong move and that it might backfire publicly, and it could be, as far as law, it can backfire. So I think, rightfully any parent, and Vanessa should be able to look back and see that maybe she just that damn fucking naive, or just absent minded, but she don't know it. But that's what they were trying to do in the best interest of their son, protect him. So all the fans that want to jump on Kobe Bryant family, fuck them. That's what I gotta say. Because you put your parents in a bad situation. Your dad went all out the way for you, took care of you, and you couldn't
That's
like do
wild.
them, set them up.
That's wild,
You
Dave.
threw all them alley hoops in the NBA. You couldn't throw that to your parents. So Joe, you next, chill out.
Yeah, that's
So
wild,
hold
Dave.
on, Joe,
Oh,
bro,
my
bro,
bad, my bad, my bad,
man,
my
come
bad.
on, man. You fucked my take up, man. So that's fucked up that that you couldn't even you know like I been felt like this guy was selfish. The shit he did with Shaq and all of that, and I'm not trying to come down on this cat, but it is what it is, man. Man, how you leave your family in a situation like that, and then now that you're gone, you don't think Vanessa family breaking bread, partying like a motherfucker with your money, people that don't even give a fuck about you, and your parents are the reason that you are Kobe, took you to camps, looked out for you. Tracy McGrady invited your friend. Tracy McGrady got to stay over there. Made sure you work with other NBA professionals to get your game to where it need to be. And that's the things they get. Didn't even get invited at a funeral. Who the fuck can stand behind that? Go, Joe.
uh, I think that's wild to say that his parents deserve something for taking care of their child. They don't deserve nothing. You don't you as a child, you know, going to take care of your parents. Yes, I mean you love them your parents. But
Hey,
to
Joe,
say that they
Can you ask me the question instead of assuming? Because I don't want you to distort my point. But go ahead, carry on.
no no about what? No what all I'm saying
You made
is.
an assumption. That's what I was saying. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I thought that's what. Well, okay. So was you saying that because I thought you
They
said
could have
that
gave him the bare
they were
minimum.
scumballs.
They
They
could have
was he was
gave
a
him the bare
scumball.
minimum. Is all I'm saying. Look how they went out the way
Okay, but that's
for
that's
this man.
that's that's not.
Hold on, hold on.
Go ahead.
Every
Go ahead.
culture, except for every culture, except for well, actually, in this class in America, whites, they don't have to look up for their parents. Their parents already good in this culture in America. But
And
most
so was his
minorities and
father
people
though.
that come, man, let me finish my point, man. Most minorities and people that come over here, they're gonna look out for their parents, man. They know the sacrifices that their parents made,
Mhm.
and that's just being humble. That's just common sense. Everybody do this, so it has nothing to do with, hey, you supposed to raise me anyways. Okay,
Okay.
go
Well,
ahead, Joe.
just to answer the question. Uh, do I think they wrong? No. Do I think Kobe wrong? No. I mean, he gave it to them. It's their property. You do what you want to do with your property. So I don't think that they're wrong for selling it. But do I think Kobe's wrong for putting his wife and his family first? No. I mean that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put your wife and your family first, and that's what
Right.
Kobe did. Now the problem that Vanessa have with them, that's something that they have to deal with. They made their bed, and they got to lay in it. I'm pretty sure, Kobe probably didn't know he was passing away, but if Kobe didn't write them in his will, I'm pretty sure he had a will, he had a trust fund and all that stuff. But if he didn't have them in there, that mean he wasn't messing with them. And if he wasn't messing with them, you best believe if anybody knew that it was Vanessa. And to the point of you asking D'Angelo, do I think Vanessa should have bought it? No. No, I don't think Vanessa. No, she shouldn't buy it. Let them get what they're going to get, and live your life, and I'm gonna live mine. I don't feel like if some
So
bridges was
Joe,
burnt
so
between
you
me and my
saying the parents?
parents.
So Joe, neither one of them were wrong. You saying in
No, I, I
conclusion?
don't. I don't think nobody's wrong in this situation
Okay,
because
cool.
it's
Because
their
they didn't
property.
actually be in his will, but if you're gonna give somebody a house, something that's beyond their pay grade, at least take care of it. That's all we were saying. Not to be in the will and everything like that. Nah, come on. But yeah.
I
Hey
mean,
Joe, let's
I
get
mean,
back to you, Joe.
they want
Joe,
it.
I don't want you to feel like you got to spill all your thoughts at one time. We're gonna get back to you. We won't cut this topic short. Let's go to oh man, let's go with Jake, man. Jake, let me hear from you because I know he gonna give you a whole nother spill. That's why I'm going to you, Jake.
Um, a parent, uh, a, a person love is unconditional. A parent love to their child is unconditional. And when that child grow up, the child is supposed to separate from his parent and take care of his family. It's not that child's responsibility once he becomes a man or a woman to take care of his family, of his parent. Cause the parent,
Joe, before the net, I mean Jake, before the narrative get thrown out, distorted. That was Joe's point. But the whole point is Kobe Bryant, his family sells his memorabilia. Are they wrong about
no,
that? No, should have quit.
they're not wrong.
I should.
Because you can't take that stuff with you anyway.
Right.
So no, they ain't wrong. You know, um, everything Kobe accomplished, it's documented. You can't take that away from Kobe. The rings and whatnot, you can't never take that away from him. It's documented. You
Right. And
know, uh,
yeah.
the rings and whatnot, that's material. You know, um, um, you know, um, so that's material. His
Right.
mom and dad, they may pass on. You know, um, are they going to take that ring
Hey,
or whatnot that they
yeah.
sold with them? No,
I
they
gotta
can't
get
take it
back.
with them.
I gotta get back to you, just like radio state, like the radio call in line. I gotta get back to you, Jake. All right.
Okay.
All right. Trav, man, let me hear from you, man. What you say about this situation with Kobe Bryant family having to sell his memorabilia? Should they be facing the backlash that they are in the media right now?
Nah, they shouldn't. Cause when I read up on the L.A. Times, they sold it back in 13. They already sold it. This
2011.
somebody else selling. So they just got bought back up into this, but they been sold the ring years ago.
I thought it was 11
Matter of
years ago
fact,
that they tried to sell it.
yeah, in 13. That matter of fact, they sold two of them. Cause I know the other one they said they got like $206,000 for it. A second ring. They sold his championship ring from high school, some sweatsuits he wore,
Yeah, we know
and
about y'all.
and they said they sold his surfboard when he was a child.
Right.
So they just getting bought back up into this. I mean, it's somebody else who's selling it. Um, but they was on bad terms because they didn't want him with Vanessa. That was the thing about it. And it was reported they was mad because she wasn't black. That's why they were mad with her. So
But I think that's speculation because
I mean that was reported back then.
I'll get back to it. Well, I'm gonna let Max go, and then I'll get back to that comment because that's an
But
inaccurate.
but
Um,
I say, I can't say what kind of financial situation they was in because he wasn't taking care of them. I don't know what their money was looking like. So hey,
yeah.
they sold it. I mean, and the mama said she sold it to get a house, and they had when they put the stuff up for auction, I think the people gave them like $450,000 up front.
All right. Well, let's come back to you, man. Give and go, man. Let's pass this off to Max, man. What do you feel about this messy situation?
Hold on, hold on,
How
hold
do you
on.
process this with? him selling the family selling his memorabilia. That's what the report was that came out here recently. So what's your take on this?
I think that it's multifaceted, and I don't think that there is a right or a wrong answer. I think the one thing that we lack right now when we are talking about this, and we're just assuming that everybody's aware of what the situation is between Vanessa Bryant and Kobe's parents. So it's something that has been a little bit alluded to, and it's the elephant in the room that nobody really wants to touch too much. But I'll go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
I didn't approve of Vanessa because Vanessa was not, she wasn't black.
How do you
Uh,
know? How do you know that?
how do I know that, or how did I come to that conclusion?
You just spoke on everybody jumping to conclusions or speculating. So how do you know that?
I would have to say that being able to dissect the information at hand and putting two and two together, why
Okay.
did Kobe's parents have such an issue with him marrying her in the first place then?
All right. So I'll tell you the reason for that. Right. So we don't have to speculate. It's because at the time Vanessa was 17 years old. They were
True.
trying to protect their sons. Whether people believe it or not, your kids, sometimes are investment also. Carry
True.
on the family name, carry on the family's wealth. Let's just stop acting like just because that we're poor that we try to do it. Now we're racist and we try to do it. Nah, they
But
care about them and also they protecting their investment. And that girl was underage. Not Max, you would not allow your son to marry a 17-year-old, even if she turned 18, and they had dealings. You would try to get rid of that as fast as you could. Now you could tell us something else different, but I know you would protect your if you had your son, you would protect him.
I think
But
that
you
any
could,
parent always has their children's best interest at heart, and that's the way it should be. And at the same time, you also have to take into account that just because they are your children, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to follow exactly in your footsteps and do things that you're going to approve of. Now, with that being said, that's not to take away from the fact that, A, if Kobe gave things to his immediate family, i.e., his mother and his father, and he it's their it, it's theirs. At that point, they could do with it whatever they want, whatever value they want to associate with it, whether it be sentimental, whether it be monetary, however they want to do it is up to them at that point. Because at that point, he's giving it up to somebody else. It's not his problem now. If I turn back and let's say, for example, that Vanessa Bryant had a better relationship with Kobe's parents for whatever reason. I'm not even going to speculate on anything. They just had a bad relationship for whatever reason. It's not exclusive to Kobe to have disagreements with his parents about who he chooses to marry. That's not exclusive to him or to any particular race. That's a pretty much universal thing. People are going to have disagreements and arguments.
yep.
But if we go back to it and let's say that they had a better relationship and if they were in a position to where they were needing more funds or a little bit of financial assistance, wouldn't it have been much easier to go back to family, which would have been, in my opinion, Vanessa Bryant as well, and possibly go to her and ask her if she could help? I don't see that she would say no if they had a good relationship. And I also don't believe that she wouldn't say no, even if the relationship right now is still sour.
You don't think she'll say no?
And,
I don't think so.
and for the record, day, uh, they that was reported. Kobe told the L.A. Times that himself out his own mouth about her not being black.
There we go. Stand corrected. I stand. I let the information correct me.
Yeah, and then they said they moved away from the parent, moved closer to her parents, and then like the next year, they Lakers won a second championship.
I mean, we
in
all know Kobe was a weird dude. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have relationships with nobody in his family. Like you know what I'm saying? Just think about it. We all got that first cousin of ours that's like a brother to us, and we cool with him. Like you ain't never seen nobody, none of Kobe's family. He had a cold relationship with his sisters. You know what I'm saying? I think the only thing he did was pay for them to go to college. And I'm not saying that like that's a small thing. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. But come on, dude, dude got $1 billion, man.
Kobe
You got a
was
billion
always
dollars.
alienated though. Though you got to remember that, man. Kobe was brought up different. So it's he was brought up different, man. The man
Nobody's
was
brought up to not love, to not
no,
associate
you're
with
not.
their family.
No, you
Nobody's
no,
Yeah,
brought
you're
that's
up
what I
like
not.
was
that.
But
gonna say.
no, you're not brought up like that. But you have to understand when you try to come between a man and his family, you have to deal with the wrath of what he's able to do, what he's able of doing. Nobody is going to let nobody come between them and their family. Like Jake said, man. Like me and Jake said, man. He have no obligation to nobody in his family. Nobody, nobody. He don't have to. He don't owe them nothing.
And not to
Not
just
a dime, man.
There,
Like at
there,
all.
there, there's no way you've been
See,
raised.
see,
You know, your
see.
mama gave birth to you, your parents raised you,
That
and you got all this money, and you ain't gonna look out for your parents. You
You
gonna
he
ain't
could
look
be
you
out
ain't got
for
to
a
be
generous.
woman
friends
out
with
here.
them.
He
You
could
ain't
be
got to be
generous.
friends with them. Hey Joe,
He
they
could be
should.
generous.
Joe, I don't care what the situation is. It should never come down to them having to sell something to get 20 or 30 or $100,000. No matter
Hey, look,
what.
man.
And look,
Hey, look,
listen, that
man.
that looks
Go ahead.
bad. It looks bad on Kobe. Just like I'm gonna give you an example. Um, if if my mother was to call someone and say, "Hey, I ain't got no food to eat," that makes
Ooh,
me look fucking bad.
yeah,
That makes me look fucking bad. That's
yeah,
my
I
that's
don't.
my
I don't.
mother.
I don't
yeah,
think so. I don't think so.
yeah.
You
What the
crazy
heck?
as hell,
The
Joe. You
the
crazy as
troubles
hell.
that your mother is going through, you are not obligated to take her out of that, dude. You're not. That's what we. You are.
What?
Look, Kobe.
And guess what?
Kobe.
Your
Kobe was
mama,
not asked. Kobe did not ask to be here on this earth.
his mama
That's
could
what we
have
have to
aborted
realize.
him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was not asked to be here on this earth. So it's their responsibility to take care of Kobe. It's not Kobe's responsibility to take care of his parents.
We're
Hey
not
Joe,
saying
It's
this
it's
this,
his
not,
this a
man.
situation that's
responsibility.
It's
this is
y'all
something
see
this
what
is
is
something
y'all
that's
harping on is
emotional.
that this man is a billionaire. What y'all harping on is that this man a billionaire. That's all y'all harping on. Y'all talking about only money. Y'all taking away that this woman told this man, "Don't marry your wife." That is an
So
estranged relationship that's going to happen. That you
so
can't
what?
you
So
can't take
what that
into
they
effect,
told him that? So what
huh?
that they told him that? So what that they
Okay,
told him that?
exactly. Okay, so when
What
you
does
say
what does
that,
that mean? Because look,
because
you
because
supposed to
when
be
you be,
you supposed to be honest with your children. If that's the way
no,
you
but when you
feel, if that's
when
the
you
way you feel,
deal
you tell them now. Do they gotta listen? That's on them.
no, but when
Because
you
On
I'm
deal
them.
in
because
the
I'm gonna be
fact
I'm gonna
between
be honest.
yourself
I'm
and
gonna
my
be
wife,
honest with mine. I'm gonna be honest with mine. Now whether they listen and take heed, that's on them. But I'm gonna be honest every time.
Yeah,
Every
okay,
time.
okay,
you don't
that's
disown
And,
your
that's
parents.
oh
and Joe,
look look,
and
go
Joe.
ahead.
You know what's crazy? And man, I feel like his parents got a right to try to, with what to
You
what they've done so far, Karen, trying to get him to where he is. I feel, I
He's
feel,
not
I
obligated
feel.
to his
he's not
parents.
That's not
obligated
what
to
I'm
his
going at,
parents.
man. Come on,
Nobody
y'all gotta
saying
stop
that.
that. Ain't nobody no
wait.
geniuses on here. Let me finish what I'm saying. So they got a right to try to set him up with whoever they want to. It's certain things that go on right
No,
now
no, you
called
don't.
prearranged marriage. Man, I might have to drop y'all backstage. Prearranged marriages, but nobody says anything about that. Oh, that's racist. Prearranged marriages. Man, they know what they doing. They trying to conserve their wealth, man. They ain't trying to let your ass get in there, your broke ass. Say, no, you gonna bring the family value down. You gonna man.
So what you saying is, Dave,
Angelo, am I right or
Kobe.
wrong?
Okay, so I'm asking you this, Dave. You telling me
That's what they
Kobe got
do.
a sac? No,
Is
I'm
it not a
asking.
fact
No, no,
that
I'm
all these
asking
other
you this.
countries they prearrange their
Okay, but
marriages?
this is not that country. You telling me
It
Kobe
don't
got to
matter
sacrifice his marriage to make his parents wealthy? Man, get the fuck out of here.
to make his
Wait,
parents
Man,
wait, wait,
wealthy.
stop
wait,
He
it,
wait,
got
wait,
to
man.
wait.
make his as well.
There's a little bit of context to be taken into what just said. Prearranged marriages are not just exclusive to places outside of the United States. There are similar cultures that still practice the same thing here in the United States that are done outside of the United States. Just to be clear,
Okay, but can
prearranged
I?
marriages
Okay,
still
so can I
happen
ask
here
you
in the
something,
U.S.
Max? Can I ask you
Please,
something, Max? Is
please.
that done? Is that done with the intention of keeping the wealth in house?
I think
Hell
it's.
yeah,
I
No,
think it.
but that's a culture. This is not a black culture. That is not
bro.
something we
If I
do.
if
Listen,
I
listen.
go and try to marry, I'm just making up a hypothetical. If I go try to marry a fucking white girl who's well off, and I'm coming from nothing, bro, I can't necessarily say that her dad is racist because or parents because they don't want me in the family, bro. I
What's
can
your
take it
motivation
like
for
that.
marriage,
I
though?
can
That's
say
the
that.
first question you got to ask. What are you
I
looking
can
for
say
in marriage? You looking for wealth? You looking for love? You looking for companionship? You looking for all the above? You looking for the
it's
whole pack?
business, bro. It's business. She didn't have nothing to add to the table.
Yes, she
Brandy,
Did she?
did.
Brandy did.
She
Brandy
she
did.
got a lot now.
Brandy
She got a
did.
lot now.
From who?
She
From
got a lot
Kobe.
now.
From
Exactly.
Kobe. From
Okay, but
Kobe.
but but
But
obviously,
Brandy, but
Hey, look.
Brandy did have
See,
something to bring to the table,
see,
though.
see, see,
Brandy
you know
did have
what?
something to bring to the
What
table.
what is
You
funny
weren't
to
out there
me?
shooting in the gym with Joe. You weren't shooting with
What?
Joe Jellybean Bryant.
And guess what he did? And
You
guess
weren't
what
out
he
there
did
shooting in the
after?
gym with Joe
Guess what he
Jellybean
said
Bryant.
after Rick Ross said that?
So look, you went out there shooting with him. So you went out there, bro. You know, and he was out there with Kobe. She wasn't out there in the gym shooting
That's
with him in the
crazy.
gym.
And
Shit,
gu- and
Drake said it
guess
himself. I hated
and,
for my Kobe got about to lose 50M. I hated it had to be him. Something. She wasn't out there
and guess
shooting
what
in the
Kobe
gym.
said? Guess
That's
what
what they
Kobe
were
said
talking
after
about
he
in the
said
film.
that?
Even
Guess
Drake
what
said the shit. Even
what
Drake said
Kobe?
you weren't out
Okay,
there
stop
shooting
stop
in the
talking
gym.
about what people said. Talk
You
about what
weren't out
Kobe
there
did.
shooting out there with me shooting in
What
the
did
gym.
Kobe do
You heard
after
what
that?
they said. You weren't
Okay,
out there
you
with me
study.
shooting in the gym.
Okay, but
You know
what
what I'm
did
saying?
Kobe?
She ain't
What
got
did
nothing to
Kobe say
bring to
after
the
that,
table.
Dave?
So yeah,
What
they're
did
gonna
Kobe
feel
say
like
after
that.
that,
They ain't got nothing to
Dave?
bring to the table.
Okay,
Come
Dave. But
on,
what did
man. You
Kobe
talking
say
about
after that?
marrying down. Why do
Okay,
you have
man.
that mindset so much of
Okay,
marrying
man.
down for, man?
Okay, man.
That's
All
some
I'm
inferior
asking is,
shit right there.
what did
Talking
Kobe
about
say after that?
marrying down. Joe,
We
you
can
don't even know
speak.
what marrying up is, do you? Or marrying equal
Dave,
level.
Dave. Can
They trying to stop
hold
their
on.
son from
I'm
marrying
asking you a
down, man.
question. I'm asking you a question.
Even though most men do
Okay,
anyways,
I'm asking you a question, Dave.
but not that damn far down.
We speaking for the dead right now.
Yeah,
What did
nah, I ain't
Kobe
speaking for
say?
nobody.
What did
I'm
Kobe say
telling you,
after Drake said that? What did Kobe say and do after Drake said that?
Kobe's. Listen, bro.
What? No,
What did
don't
Kobe
tell me
say?
what you think. Tell me what was the
What Kobe
statement
said?
Kobe said?
What was
Kobe
the statement?
said Kobe said she ain't gotta be in the gym. She was doing everything else. And guess what he did? Went and bought her a fucking 15-carat ring. After Drake said that. So
Straight
obviously
up
she means
dumb
something.
shit that people do, that people who come from poverty do.
Okay.
Dumb shit.
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
Dumb shit
Exactly.
on
Okay.
a fucking a jury.
And
And that shit,
his parents
you know
did
what I'm
something even
saying?
dumber by trying to stop making him marry that woman and got their ass cut the
You know
fuck
what
off.
they did in them fucking rings? Sold them shits like he should have kept
Okay,
the
that's
money in his
cool.
pocket.
That's cool. And guess what she doing? She a billionaire.
Man,
So
listen.
it doesn't matter.
Can you imagine what they would have been with Brandy if he would have teamed up with Brandy?
Can you imagine what they would have
Can
been
you
doing with his
imagine,
money?
bro?
Can
Because
you
marriage
imagine
is
what
a
they would have been
business,
doing with
man.
his money?
Marriage is
He
a
wouldn't have been
business,
doing
man.
shit with Brandy.
What is what
Brandy
is
Right.
ain't,
what is what is
he wouldn't have
They
been
would have
doing
been
shit with Brandy.
they would have been worth 3 billion, just like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
right? But Joe on that Marion down shit. I
Get
mean,
the
way
fuck out of
down.
here.
Joe trying to Cinderella bitches.
I don't understand how Joe and Jake, they made it perfectly clear they wanted to bring up the fact that he wasn't obligated to do for his parents. Yeah, we know he wasn't obligated, but you expect some people to do what's morally right. You know what I'm saying? Morally, the right thing to do is to not have your parents out here fucking begging or in need.
Right.
You don't have to make them live the lifestyle that you live, but your parents shouldn't be in need. I don't give a fuck if you was adopted. You know what I'm saying? Your parents shouldn't be in need. It costs you nothing to make sure that they at least okay. So like that just shows you that if they're willing to sell a piece of memorabilia like the championship ring, you know what I'm saying? They must be kind of not okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They must not be okay because you will want your son's championship ring, and that's sad.
That's speculation.
What do
That's
you
pure
mean
That's
speculation.
speculation?
fact. That's fact.
You're not selling something that's
No,
prized
no,
to
no,
you.
no, no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is what I'm saying to you is you just said that uh ah man, I done forgot what you just said something. I was thinking about it. I'm dropping this trailer, man. Uh
Speculation.
what
Speculation.
point did you just said something, D'Angelo, about something that he that he shouldn't have his family out here eating or begging for money
Yeah, because
because
morally is the right thing to do, isn't it? Of course, he's not obligated. He's not obligated, but morally, the right thing to do is to not have your immediate family out here begging. Because man, whether we like it or not, man, that's a
no, okay, I know
reflection
what I
of
was finna
us.
say. I know what I was finna say. You said it's not going to hurt him, right?
It's not.
Okay, you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know what he's going through at his household when he's going over there and looking out for that woman that said, "Don't marry this girl because she's black
Man, I don't
and
give a
she's not
fuck what
black."
my
You don't. Yeah.
hey
Okay.
hey
No, you can't. You can't. Okay. So you gonna.
Joe
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna destroy your happiness for your mom and your father happiness. That's
hey
what you're
Yeah.
Joe.
gonna do.
Let me tell you something. My wife in the kitchen. She could hear what I'm saying right now. I love my wife to death. My wife better not never say shit to me about my mama.
What if your mama disrespected her?
I wouldn't allow my mama to disrespect her,
Okay, but what if she
but
keep
she ain't gonna.
disrespecting her? So let me ask you: If
Did
she
you
did,
just hear me say I wouldn't
no, I'm
allow
not.
my mama to do that?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You can't make your parents do nothing. So what if your parents keep disrespecting her? We don't know what's going on in these households. What if your parents keep disrespecting your wife? What is you going to do? What you going to do? You're going to be like,
I wouldn't
oh
allow
man,
it.
I'm gonna say. No, I'm not asking you if you allow it. I'm saying, what
That's
if
all
they
I could do
do?
is not allow it. They're not
That's
they're not
what a
gonna do
man
it.
does.
They're not
See,
gonna
see,
do it if I don't
y'all keep
allow
on.
it, Joe.
Okay.
If I don't allow it, they're not gonna do it.
How many times you won't allow your kids to do something and it still happen? You could discipline all you want, you could yell all you want, but a human
So
being is
Joe,
going to do what
like go figure,
you,
keep them separate, Joe, or
a
something.
human
Any
being is
measures?
going to do what a
Yeah,
human
go.
being wants to do. So you can't tell your mother, don't do this. Because what if she say, okay, well, just don't bring her to my house. Don't bring her to my house because I don't like her. What you going to do?
Fine,
I'm gonna not
fine.
bring her to her house because
Exactly.
ain't nobody
Okay, so
coming in
you
my house I don't want in my house.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So if she studied disrespecting your wife like that and doing that, you're gonna tell me you're gonna be like, well, okay, mom, I'm gonna still take care of you, but I'm just gonna no, it's gonna cause friction in your household, and you're
Hey
not
Joe,
gonna allow it.
man,
Hell
listen, Joe.
nah.
Joe,
I'ma still take care of
things
my mama.
I only think of things in an alpha male situation. I don't know
All
that
right,
beta
man.
shit you talking about, bro.
All right,
Oh
man.
You know
boy.
what I'm saying? I
Y'all,
don't know
y'all,
that
Whoa,
shit.
whoa,
that's
whoa, whoa.
crazy. That's
Ooh,
crazy.
whoa.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I would still take care of
What you
my
gonna do?
mama. I
Slap
don't
your
care if she
mom?
don't like my
What you gonna
wife.
do if she don't do something? Like you can't, you can't make a human do something they don't want to do. We could sit up here and speculate all we want and say, oh, Kobe and them parents just said one thing to her. What if they belittle that woman every time she come around? What if they belittle that woman every time Kobe
Oh,
talk to her? What if they doing this stuff in her face and she studies saying, can you stop? Can you stop? You don't know. We don't know what's going on. Only thing we do know is that they told Kobe, don't marry this woman because she's not black. That's all we know. We don't know nothing else that's going on behind the closed doors.
And Joe, what if they went over to the west coast of California and saw that Mexicans don't they hate black people? What if they made that call then? See, but you don't know because you
That
ain't never been
woman
to the
love.
West
But
Coast.
you don't know
You
that
ain't never
either.
been to the
So why
West
would you
Coast, man.
say that?
Say what?
Why you? All we could do is go by what we know.
I've been out, I live out there in the West Coast, man.
Okay,
I know
no.
what it is.
Okay. All we could do is go by what
You
we know
don't
about
know the
Kobe.
politics. You
We
don't know.
talking about
But
Kobe.
you
All
just
we could do
gave
is
up
go by.
a
All right, man.
you brought up a scenario, so I got the right to bring up a
No,
scenario
all I'm
too.
saying, Dave, is
Just be
this.
speculating.
All we could go by is what we know.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I'm
why did you
saying.
bring up that? Why did you bring up that? I brought up a hypothetical too,
No,
just
I'm
like
not
you.
bringing up a hypothetical.
You
I'm
get well.
saying
You
we.
clearly just brought up a
No,
hypothetical. What do
what
you
I
mean?
said was we don't know what's going on in that
And
household.
I said we don't know that either. It could have been you. I'm adding the balance to the conversation. You know, they burning blacks' house down in California and shit like that. Like, what if he
And
say,
she
nah,
got
that's the wrong move?
and she got something to do with
People
them
just saw
actions.
you as a sucker. Like my
But
boy put
no,
on the screen, Kobe a simp.
but no matter what, you got that much money living like a king. You gotta take care of your parents.
And he should
You
have been
got
a better bridge to. He should have whatever the situation is. It's on. It should have been on him to make that shit cordial. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make it cordial, but what he sided with his wife. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't have sided with his wife, but he should have been able to get that situation in control. Should have been able to get
Maybe
that
that was
situation in
the only
control.
way he could get it under control. You
But
don't
people,
know. You do not know,
you know what? You know what, Jake? You know
Kobe.
what? You know what, Jake?
Kobe,
You know what?
what?
I would love to hear what you think about what you said about this off air.
You you don't know whether or not Kobe's parent put him in a situation where he had to choose. You don't know that.
I'd love to hear what you said about this off air, because I ain't holding no punches.
I would love to hear what the audience has to say that's watching and what they think in regards to whether
I,
or not there's any relevance to anything that we're saying right now and how it.
a whole lot of relevance. Yeah,
There's a
I
lot of
brought everything
relevance.
you said up
Yeah,
on the screen.
we got a comment up there that said Kobe was a simp.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what they
yeah,
think.
yeah. Let's talk about
A
that.
portion of them think that. I brought up every comment pretty much.
He
Yeah,
Every
definitely
comment.
was a simp. He definitely was a simp.
I would love to hear how you really feel about it, Jake.
Well, I'm telling you,
I would love to hear how Joe really feel about it.
Joe telling
Nah,
you
because
too.
you want me to tell you something, Dave. In all honesty,
I think
me
you
personally,
waving the white
no,
flag right now.
no. Me personally, I'm with D'Angelo. Me personally, I feel like
It didn't
I'm going.
sound like
No,
it.
no. Listen, let me finish. I'm with D'Angelo. D'Angelo know how me and my family is. I'm going to take care of my family no matter what. But what I'm saying is, you can't step in the middle of. Look, my sisters got into it with my wife. And I had to talk to my sisters like, look, man, y'all need to get along with her. This is my wife. If they would have went against that, what I'm gonna do? Get a divorce? And then as soon as my sister get in an argument with her husband, she doggone make up with him?
Joe,
No, I'm not doing that.
this wouldn't have nothing to that ain't on your wife and that ain't on your sister. That's on everything is on you, bro.
No, it's not. No, it's
You
not.
you the
Because if
middleman. You the
like
middleman.
Jake just
It's
said,
on Kobe.
you
It was on
no, it's
Kobe.
not. Because you
Yes, it
don't know
was.
what position.
Kobe is the mutual party here. It's on Kobe.
okay, but look at this. If Kobe gave possessions to his mother and his father, which have a monetary value that's
Exactly.
associated by whatever somebody is willing to pay for it, just like anything else, that's how commerce works. All right. So if they wanted to capitalize off that even after the passing of their son, as opposed to keep that as sentimental value and remembrance or whatever they want to do, it's their business at that point. And it's nobody's job other than theirs to live with what they've done or haven't done. And what Vanessa Bryant does, also her business, but she hasn't done anything, in my opinion, wrong in order to tarnish Kobe's image.
Right?
So,
I don't know.
in
Not even the part about inviting them to to the funeral. Not even that part.
as far as what
Inviting his family to the funeral because they weren't there.
they were not there, but there again, that goes back to saying that if they had a better relationship, would they have had to
She
sell
could.
those items in the first place?
She can't make them come to the funeral, but she could at least shouted them out or said their name.
True, but if you already know the answer to something, is there any point to ask the question?
That's an assumption.
It is an assumption, but after so many different things that have been shown, not just said, and would contradict anything to the contrary, then why would you believe that there's going to be anything other than, you're here to remember somebody, you're here to honor somebody, you're here to put somebody laid to rest. You know the relationship there is not good. So, in order to avoid anything other than paying the respect to a man who just passed suddenly, along with a daughter and 7 other individuals that everybody forgets about, I think that should be considered more so than what we're alluding to. The loss of life. Basically, if Kobe was still alive today, do you think his parents would be selling any of his stuff?
No,
It could be the same thing. No,
Absolutely not.
no, because if he was alive today,
they tried to
he,
sell.
He would be taking care of his parents
yeah,
if he knew they were in a bad situation, right?
yeah, he would. I
So,
believe so.
so,
So
I
then,
believe that
why is his
too.
wife not doing it?
And check this. Now,
Because that's not her parents. Dave.
boom,
Right.
you hit it. We just figured this all out. See how we did that? We just went full circle and figured out that, listen, this isn't hard to understand. This is how it should work. And it didn't, but now we understand or have a better idea as to why. You did great. That was good.
He would have did the same thing. He would have lawyered up. He would have blocked the sale, and then he would have negotiated some terms of an agreement to quiet this down.
Yep. And at the same time, he would have made sure that his parents were going to be okay and not, on their way out to the streets. So, and the memorabilia would never have been sold to begin with. That's what I believe.
Yeah, but I'm to what back to what Trav was saying earlier. Like my opinion, I gotta be honest, is like I'm really disappointed in Kobe because I'm never going. Me personally, I'm never gonna forget what my parents done for me. You know what I'm saying? They afforded Kobe a great lifestyle, which put him with a solid foundation to do the things that he accomplished. And I would never forget that. I would never. That's just me personally.
You're
I
100%
just can't. I
right.
can't see me falling out with my mama to the point where me and my mama not speaking. I just can't. And I know some people do it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't see it.
But people do it for different motivations. And in this case, if Kobe was still alive and you asked him, hey, listen, why'd you marry Vanessa? I think that his answer would be because I love her. And I think at the same time, and people are going to argue about this, when they had the issue in Colorado earlier in his career, she stood by his side. People are going to say, well, where else are you going to go?
She
Kobe
was
got
about to
money,
bounce.
yada, yada, yada. But that's also a testament to the love that she reciprocated in a way that he showed her as well. So Kobe married, in my opinion, he married for love. He went against the grain, if that's what you want to look at it. He
He
didn't
married for
married for love.
he married who was attracted to. That's what he went. It could have
He
been love.
married who he loved, who he married who he respected. He married somebody that reciprocated those feelings back. He married somebody that
That's right.
he was able to see the forest past the trees, wanted to have a family with, have several children with, have a legacy with, and go on. Any more than he, you know, didn't want to die in a helicopter crash, did he plan on having all girls? No, but that's out of his control. But was in his control was that he was fortunate enough to find somebody that he clicked with.
And name a woman besides Savannah James that then stood by an NBA player like that woman have.
Cookie
Name a player,
Johnson. Cookie Johnson.
okay,
Cookie,
okay,
yeah,
Cookie.
Cookie,
I give you Cookie.
Yeah,
I give you
man.
Cookie.
Cookie,
Cookie.
man.
But you know what,
Cookie
D'Angelo?
probably more than
But you know
anybody
what?
else.
But D'Angelo, can I ask you something? What
Yeah.
what do you the same thing you hear about Cookie, the same thing you hear about Savannah, you hear about Vanessa. You that is that she a stand-up woman. She got that man back. That's love. That's what you looking
I
for
don't know,
when
but
you
you
got
know
that
what?
type of money,
Right
man.
on.
But
Right
look,
on.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying it not to be true. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard stories of Cookie parents making her parents rich and all that. I'm sure she did, but we hear them stories of, you know what I'm saying, Kobe funding Little Mexico out on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? We hear
Damn.
those stories.
Man, what do you
Damn.
expect for that
You
man to
hear
do?
stories of Magic
What do you
Johnson
expect for that?
doing things that he shouldn't have been doing, though he was not married.
What
Things that
what you Joe?
weren't exactly.
What'd you say, Joe?
I
That was
say, what do
deflection.
y'all expect for this man to do? This man is married to this woman. Y'all expect for him to not take care of his wife?
Absolutely not. We don't expect that,
Okay,
but we
then. So what did y'all say?
Joe. I
Oh,
think
you hit his man funding Little Mexico, dude. That's what he supposed to do.
Joe. I
She
think we've
have
been
she
clear.
have
We've been
right
clear
away to
on
That ain't
what
say
we
what he
no.
saying.
supposed to do. He obligated to take care of his wife, not no the rest of them. What you talking about?
What you mean? She is a part of him. They are a part of her. He don't have an estranged
So
relationship with her
so
family.
so
Okay,
so you
so
mean to
but that's
tell
not
me
dictating
her
Kobe parents is a part of him.
No,
so
she
her
have an
her
estranged
parents
relationship with her bitch parents.
so
What do
so
you
check this,
mean?
Joe. So her parents should be more important to him than his
No, I'm
own
not.
parents.
I'm not. You didn't hear me say that one time, Trav. What I said
I
to
know
you
you ain't
is,
say that. I'm just asking because
no,
of what the
no,
statement you
no. I
made.
don't think. No, I don't think that, Trav. But his wife and his parents have an estranged relationship. Like we don't know what's going on. Only thing we could go off of is
And
what the
look,
media have presented to us,
and this
and
this
all
what
we
I'm
know
telling
is.
you.
Go ahead.
That just like a lot of people I know. They wouldn't give a damn if they wife and parents don't get into it. They still gonna take care of their parents. You ain't gotta get along with my wife, but I'ma still take care of my parents. I don't care
That's
that they don't get along. They ain't gotta go around each other. But I'm gonna go around my parents. I'm gonna still love my parents. I'm gonna make sure they straight.
But ask this question then.
Because
Like
they're
I
gonna be
said,
there after the divorce.
Yeah.
When Kobe was still alive and his parents were still alive, regardless of his situation and their situation with the infighting in the family, did he not take care of his parents while he was here on this earth?
they say he didn't.
Yeah.
They say he didn't, but
I gotta take it. I gotta take their
It,
word just like I take Kobe's word.
they say he did initially, but once the rift came between they didn't want him with her, he separated from him. Wasn't even talking to him
For
majority of the time.
years. For
They they
years.
they, they say they might try to make up here and there, but it always will go back to how it was. He on his wife's side. So by him doing that, they weren't speaking.
And see, Trav, I think that's where I differ at with y'all. I don't think it's a problem for him not to do nothing for them because it's not his obligation.
I
It's,
I mean,
I
we
just
I
we
don't.
don't
we not
I
we
don't
see
I don't
we
think
keep
Kobe
telling
is
you
a
he's not
scumbag.
obligated.
No, I'm not saying I
But
don't think Kobe is a
if you a
scumbag for
real
not giving them
man,
nothing. No,
but if
don't
you a
say that,
real
man.
man,
That
you a
means
real
that he's
man living like
obligated.
a king, Joe.
You saying
Why would
to
you not take care of your parents?
that mean you're obligated. He's not
No,
obligated to do
no,
nothing.
that's
Joe,
not what
Joe,
we saying.
Joe. Let's help you out, man. You don't heard this shit since you was young, but when you got older, I guess you forgot about it. But it
uh,
says to honor your parents, bro.
Come
Ten
on, man.
Commandments.
Y'all serious,
Honor
bro.
thy mother,
Honor
thy
thy
father.
mother and thy
That
father.
that's just
Amen.
common law
It
and
say
whatever you
honor.
deal with.
Show me in the
Honor them. To
definition.
not do
Show
that,
me
to
in the
not take care of them,
definition.
to
Show me
not
in the
take
definition
care of
where
them unless they
show me.
reject it, it would be a
Hey,
dishonor.
I'm
It would be a dishonor.
confused. I need you to give me another lesson.
I'll give you the
This
Where in the
this
lesson.
this
def
this the
where
lesson,
in the
Joe.
wait,
No,
This
where
no.
the
where
I
lesson, Joe.
where
I'm
in the
finna
That's
stop
not
you before you even
where
say
in the
obligational.
it.
wait,
You
where in the
He's asking
dictionary
a
does
question that's very
honor
simple.
where in the dictionary do honor
No,
have to do with support?
we're not talking about the dictionary,
Listen,
Joe.
Joe.
You
About the
said
It's
Bible.
no.
thou shalt honor their parent. Where do
It's
that say support?
It
He
doesn't
don't have an
support.
Joe,
obligation to support nobody. That
No,
it's
is
he
no
Kobe money.
obligation.
doesn't have an
We go.
obligation to buy them a new house. He doesn't have an obligation to buy them a new car. He does not have an obligation to make sure that they are financially responsible as adults with the money that they have and have inherited
and they
or
ain't
have
have
been
much
given
during his time. He didn't
But
during
get
his
paid.
time.
morally,
He
I will
played in
give
the
you
NBA, but
morally. I will
I'll
give
give
you
But
you
he
money.
do
morally.
have an obligation to take care of his wife and family.
Right.
Yes,
That is an obligation.
that is an obligation. And my example to you is this, and I'll be quiet. As a person of, I'm Jewish. So my dad's 76 years old, not in the best of shape, not in the best of health. I'm not the pillar of health with my leg right now, etc. But I am obligated by faith and tradition take care of my elders any more than as you were a child born We are all absolutely the most useless creature on the planet without somebody taking care of us. Do you understand what that means? So if you were just to come out of the womb and you were just left there, you would die.
I
That's
agree.
Nobody
facts.
would nobody would
I
feed
totally
you.
agree.
Nobody would clothe you. Nobody would shelter you. You would
But I
perish.
did.
You would not
But
make it.
Max,
So my
I
point
didn't
is,
ask to be here though, Max. I didn't
nobody
ask to
asked to
be
be
here.
here, brother.
No,
You know
no, no.
that.
Max, no, what I'm saying is I didn't ask to be here. So it is your
Nobody asked to
obligation.
be
No,
here,
it's your
Joe.
no, I
What you
agree.
trying to say? They should have
What
kept you in
I'm
the dirt.
saying is if you didn't want a child and to care for a child, don't have one.
Joe, let me ask you this. Joe, you did ask to be here, Joe.
No, you didn't.
Let me tell you why you asked to be here. You was the winning sperm, bro. Out of a million sperm cells, you the one who fought like hell to be here.
That's not coincidence.
Oh my
Come on,
god,
man.
man. Oh my
Run
god,
with
man.
another narrative.
Okay, but he didn't have to fucking fuck my mother raw either, did he? That was a
Listen,
choice. That
you
was a
you didn't have
choice.
to you didn't have to
No,
win the
that was
race.
a choice. My
You
father
didn't
could
have
have
to
put
win
me.
the race.
My
You wanted to
father
be
could have.
here more than
My
a
father could have
million
put
other
me on
people.
some sheets. My
You
father could have
wanted to
put
be
me on
here.
some sheets.
You
I
you
could have
wanted to
been
be
on
here
some
more than a
sheets.
million other motherfuckers.
No, no, no,
This
no. I could have
conversation
been.
getting weird.
I could have been a sheep baby. Don't give me that. I'm talking
Listen,
about my father and my mother decided to have
listen,
a
man.
baby and have
Listen, Joe.
you.
Trust me.
I he's
You wouldn't want to stay where you was at.
okay, man.
All right.
I mean, the
Okay, man.
option where you
Them
were going to
dormant,
swim around your daddy's nutsack and get jerked
them
off in the
dormant.
toilet one day, or you
That's
were going to
that's that's
be a
that's
little bit more, turn into a human being, and now you get to talk shit with us. So,
that's all I'm saying,
Crazy.
Max. But that was
And,
their choice. That was
and
their
then,
choice.
but this is what I say to you, Joe.
Ain't
It's
nothing you can
no
say to me.
honor. It's no honor in living like a king, and your parents ain't good.
To whom much is given, much is
It's no
required.
honor in that.
Yeah, you did it for nothing. You did that shit.
Man,
You did that shit for nothing.
man. No, I'm not.
And
Look,
hey,
see,
hey, hey,
Jake.
Joe, Joe,
Hey,
Joe, wait,
Jake.
hold on, Joe.
Go
Let
ahead.
me
Go
ask you
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
Y'all wrap it up because we got this topic
Yeah,
in the
all
bottom.
right. This is the last thing I want to add to this. Joe,
Go ahead.
morally, you tell me what the right thing to do. Morally,
I just told you
You
that.
what
told
is it?
us
What
already.
is it?
It's to take care of your people,
Okay,
Jake.
then. Okay, then. So then,
No,
that's it.
but no,
So that makes him
but
wrong.
I'm
That makes
saying
him
no, it
wrong.
don't
This
make
is
them
between
wrong. It
morality and
doesn't because
obligation.
I don't think. Look, Jake, I'm gonna ask you this, Jake, because me and Jake is pretty much saying the same thing. Because I don't want y'all to get it twisted and think I'm saying Kobe shouldn't take care of his parents. What I'm telling you is he's not wrong for not doing it. That's that man's choice. Who am I to judge him? That's him. If he having a strange relationship with his parents, that's him. You know
All
how many
right,
people out here
Hey,
have a
let,
strange relationships with their mother and they consider their grandmother their mother?
let's
It's
get to the
people
next
out here.
topic. We ain't gonna never agree on this shit.
you right, Joe, because only God can judge you. That's it.
amen.
That's it, man. So let's get to this next topic, man, right here on the screen, man. Did y'all get to check out that game with Florida versus Colorado, man? And it came down to the wire, man. And I wish Castro was in here, but he ain't because this is his team. And my guy hit that last lucky shot, man. And I just wanted y'all to take a look at it, Joe, and everybody else, the sequence, man, that took place, man. It played out at the end of this game, and we'll comment on it. Check this out. Let's go and play this.
Okay, because you're not going to put the silver on him with 4 fouls. Please guard. Clayton's a tie.
Let me rewind that play.
With Hadley. Okay, because you're not going to put the silver on him with 4 fouls. Please guard. Clayton's a tie. 9.5. Timeout, Colorado. That is an inside and leaving him free to shoot the ball with that right hand. It was deep, a nitpick You've got to be over on his strong hand. The guard to Silva. Williams to inbound. Simpson with it for the lead. Oh! 1.7, 1.7. Long shot, good at the guard. Colorado wins. The Buffaloes have won. This is an incredible shot. He gets away with a little push off there. But you just had said it, Dan. This guy makes big shots.
But he made big plays in the first
I see
four
the way
games.
that ball bounced. Hey, so my question to y'all is, man, what do y'all think about that shot, man? You know, it kind of brings me back to the conversation I was having with y'all, you and Trav, Angelo, earlier in last year. Where last year we had this conversation. Is there something funny going on with March Madness every year? We see all these buzzer beaters, all these crazy shots. To me, I'm suspicious. But just to make things fun, I'm gonna go and get y'all reaction, and then I'll come back with I follow up. Go ahead, Max. Unmute yourself. There you go.
I I think that as far as March Madness goes, it's taken on a different shape in way of the fact that a lot more people are tuning into it because not only is it exciting, but there's also money to be made from it. So you got your gambling aspect to it, to where you're going to be able to make a little bit of money if you know how to pick and if you know how to look at the analytics statistics.
But what explains the buzzer beaters, though?
Oh, the buzzer beaters in particular?
Are the buzzer beaters real?
Are the buzzer beaters real? Man, I think we mentioned it before. People love to be entertained and amused. So nothing more entertaining and amusing than having your heart right there. You right there. You saw the people out there pulling their hair, trying to figure out what's going to happen next. And when you get the buzzer beater, that's like, what it reminds me of that 76ers game against Toronto
Right.
when he hit that last shot. And then, so I think people love to see that stuff. And whether it's the NBA or the NCAA, they kind of, maybe they learn from that and they realize that as well. No, I'm not saying it was planned that way, just happened to work out, but
Yeah, but they're frequent
very frequent coincidence, isn't it?
during this time of year. Right. I want to ask you, Trav. March Madness buzzer beaters for real? Like, is it is this just a coincidence, or is it something to this?
No, that's why it's called March Madness. You never know what might happen.
So they don't get lucky until the end of the year in March.
No, that go on during the season too, but
Lord.
it just looked like that because you got this tournament going on and all these teams playing.
All in one
You know,
place.
this a lot different from from football and basketball, and then too, they got how these guys can transfer now. So, cause this tournament, I ain't gonna lie, it's been more upsets than I think I ever seen, especially like in the
Right.
first round.
So let me
And
get to Jake on this one. Jake, are these March Madness buzzer beaters real, or is it something to this, man?
The game is real. If you got a conspiracy mind, that shot there looked like it had a magnet in the ball.
That's deep right there.
Now,
You take
you
it ahead,
know,
Mac.
you know, you
uh,
know, I'll be conspiracy Jake on this one. That shot there looked like it had a magnet in the ball, the way it bounced all around and whatnot, and finally drop in. But
oh man. So Joe, let me ask you, Joe, what the
Yep.
fuck is going on, March Madness, bro? I know you're gonna say this shit real, Joe, but it's some bullshit, man. Every
Yeah,
year it's
man.
always some crazy shit with March Madness. How do these dudes get all these extra skills and shit like they Michael Jordan in the clutch?
I feel like certain people is built for big games and certain people ain't, man. I
Simple as that.
I'm sports purists, man. I don't do the conspiracy stuff.
So you don't
I
think
mean,
it could be a magnet in the ball, Joe?
nah, I don't
No,
think
by
so,
no
man.
chance.
Nah, I don't think
No
so, man.
chip in that basketball. All
No,
right.
because the reason I think that is if it's a magnet in the ball, then because both teams get to choose what ball they want to play with at the beginning of the game.
No, they
Both
don't.
the basketball,
No, they don't.
that basketball, they game balls that they have at all times. And
Yeah. Pause. All
Joe,
right,
they
man.
would you
pick.
We gonna
believe?
go. Hold on, Jake. We gonna
Joe,
go to Castro. We gonna go to
oh,
Castro now. Castro, man.
Yeah.
I know this your team, Florida Gators.
hmm
Man, if anybody could set the record straight, it's you. Man, is this something with these buzzer beaters at the end of the game and that lucky ass shot that guy hit right here in the corner at the last second?
No, it's nothing to it. I mean, I looked at it again. Uh,
It bounced and it bounced and it rolled around. Did you see the shot?
yeah, I mean, I seen the shot, but the shot shouldn't have counted. If you look at the replay, the offensive guy of Colorado kind of pushed off. So actually, the game's supposed to be either going overtime or Florida shooting free throws to actually win the game. But I looked at it more like it's supposed to go in overtime because the referee didn't make the call. But the ball rolled around the rim 3 or 4 times. So which way the ball went, it's just the way it went. It could have came out, it could have went in. So his actually just went in. So I mean, he just threw up a shot. I ain't gonna say a prayer because he was in the form and he that was one of his shots and he made it. That's all I can say about it. He made it. Defense should have been better, but he made the shot. He took us out.
So he
But it's
took you
nothing to it. Yeah, it's nothing to it. I mean, these college kids is more skills and athleticism way advanced than what we've seen in the past. They
This
they
is an
they built
incredible
bigger.
shot. He gets away with a little
Yeah,
push off there.
I don't need to see the little push out he made. So yeah, he just threw a good shot up.
Mm.
I'm not sure if anybody's considered just the fact that lucky bounce and gravity might have something to do with it beyond the magnet theory. Before
Well,
we
that's what
go,
I said.
you
I
So
know,
said
check it
he
out. Let
just
me go. Hold on, man. Let me go because everybody ain't go. Let me go. So Angelo, how do you feel about this shot, this lucky shot at the end of the game?
I don't think it's nothing to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's nothing to it. I'm, if you have what is it, 30 some games. Some of them is gonna come down to the wire, and this what happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's nothing to it. It's just
Okay,
me. I
man.
could be
Well,
wrong.
I got the tea, bro. I got the tea. I'm gonna
Let's
pull it
hear
up
it.
for y'all, man. Just in case y'all ain't woke, y'all ain't on it. I'm gonna put you on it. Here you go, man. If you check out the screen right here, Joe, I say this for you, Joe. Let me
you
get
realize I'm almost 50 years old, Dave. This isn't easy to read for all of us.
here it go right here.
Oh,
Hold on.
there we go.
Y'all got it. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, let me go interrupt, man. So if you see on the screen right here, man, I got this out of the you can this is public information. You can look this up, man. And it's from the rule book. Rule book is it's page 21, according to equipment, right? Of the college football basketball rule guideline book, right? So it's article number 6. It says when dribble vertically without rotation, it says the ball shall return directly to the dribbler's hands. It says small electronic chips devices are permitted to be affixed inside the ball as long as there's no perceivable effect on the ball when dribbled, passed, or shot. So Joe, there go the proof right there, man. What do you say to that? No, yeah, quiet. That's right.
Well, the fact of the matter is that if you watch NFL games, even how they get these advanced stats, you asks, because they've been putting little chips inside the balls to get these
Nah,
stats.
that's not the question. I'm talking about college basketball. I didn't ask the question.
The same thing goes to basketball in sports in general. They do it
Nah,
for
I'm just talking
statistics,
about
but we're not talking about
right
magnetic
here.
devices.
I'm just talking about what I could prove, and it's on the screen right there.
Right, but it
They
also
place
says it does
they
not be
place
perceptible
small electronic chips and devices into the
as long
ball.
as there's no perceptible effect on the ball
Exactly, long as
when
it's not
dribbled,
obvious to
passed,
the
or shot.
as
So
long
it
as it.
cannot
Man,
affect.
hold on,
It
I might
cannot
have to
be.
mute you because you keep interrupting. Right here, let the facts come out. Like it says, you know, small chips, electronic chips, devices are permitted to be affixed inside the ball as long as there's no perceptible effect on the ball when dribbled, passed, or shot. As long as it's not obvious to the public. Other words, read through the line. But there we go. I mean, right there in your face, they
Dave.
tell you in the
But
book that it's
Dave,
Go
okay,
ahead.
I hear you on that, Dave. But still,
It's
though,
right there.
each team. No, Dave, I agree. But if they're giving one team an advantage over another, somebody's going to say something.
Listen, no, nobody's
How
not
can
going to
you
say it. A lot
explain
of
that,
people don't
Dave?
even know what's going on. That's assuming they even know.
You're not reading the whole thing, brother. Look, it says when dribbled vertically without rotation. Okay?
Listen,
When is the ball dribbled vertically without rotation?
listen,
When you're
man.
standing still.
Let me go back to this. When dribbled vertically without rotation,
Hmm.
man, Max.
When is the when other time is the ball going to not be in motion if you're in motion and going to be rotated? That's why that says right here that the ball will not affect it
So
when
what's your
it's
point you're getting
dribbled,
at
passed, or
from this
shot.
information?
Because what I'm saying is when it's rotated, they're not getting anything from it. They're talking about when it's vertically bounced that it returns, and that's what they track with that chip. It does not.
Right, but they're not going to have no ball doing no weird stuff just from off of a dribble, man. That's too
What Matt's
obvious.
saying, what Matt's
That's too
saying is,
obvious. That's what they said.
it's
But
not
no,
what Matt's.
hold on, man. Y'all can't keep interrupting people when they talking. They make for a raggedy ass show, man. I'm reading, when it says I'm gonna let you talk, and I didn't know you wanted to talk, but since now that I know that, I'll come to a close, bro. But it says as long as they're allowed to be affixed, as long as there's no perceptible effect, so they can have the technology mastered to where it doesn't do none of those things that y'all were alluding to. Go ahead, what you were
Oh,
saying, Cat.
you done?
Now go ahead, Max. I ain't into no sarcasm. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead, back. Finish your point, Max.
I can just read this and see it differently than what you're saying because the very first sentence, when dribbled vertically, we can all agree is
Up
up
and
and
down,
down
when it's dribbled up and down without
without
rotation, turning the
rotation.
ball,
There
without
and
turning the
my
ball.
art, the ball shall return directly to the dribbler's hand, meaning that the dribbler
Exactly.
is
It
in
should not
a
make a
standstill
dang on
position
detour.
going up and down. There is no
In
other way
layman's
the
term,
ball
let's
will
put it
not
to where the goats
rotate
can get it.
unless it's in
Like
motion.
Joe Madison say, let's put it where the goats can get it. Layman's term, can't make a detour. Can't make no funny movement. That's all it's saying.
Without knowing exactly why they track what they track under those two stipulations,
Hold on.
with excluding every other one.
Angelo, what
Yeah.
what's so hard about this? When dribble vertically without rotation, they want the
Dave,
ball to function like a normal ball, man. They
Dave,
said it
you
cannot be perceivable effect.
Dave, you cut him off. you
He
know,
could. I mean, damn.
What you say? Go ahead.
you cut him off, Dave.
No, I didn't cut him off. My
You did cut him off, Dave. You
that
cut him
was
off.
Siri said without no perceivable effect. She cut off. But go ahead.
Go ahead, Max.
I'm done, man, with this shit, man. If the proof's right there in front of y'all face and y'all don't want to believe it, they said they allow them to place. They placing chips and electronic chips into the ball.
And nobody's disputed that.
As long as there's no perceivable effect on the ball when passed or shot.
And they're being
What
very
is an
specific
effect?
when they
A different.
describe what effects they're talking about. And they're also being very specific as to what effects are being measured. So if there's any kind of conspiracy to be read into it,
Now,
then
where's the specific effects that you where?
the specific effects are dribbled vertically without rotation is what's being measured directly by the dribbler's hand. as far as where the ball is hitting the ground and then coming right back, meaning
That's
the
right.
dribbler is not moving. He is at a standing position. He is not in motion at that point. Because if he's in motion, then the ball is not only in motion, but it is traveling and turning, kind of like the earth.
Maybe I'm slow as hell. I don't get that, but I don't get
Hey,
that.
Max, can I ask you something, Max?
I'm slow as hell. Audience, I'm slow as hell because that's some bullshit right there. Because you shouldn't be placing no devices in that basketball. And for the fact that they sit here right here on the screen says as long as there's no perceivable effect. I said
Okay,
do it
well,
and get away with it. So
when they used synthetic leather, that was a big complaint and that was a big problem and it had a lot of issues. They
there
changed
you
that
go.
right away. But this is something that's been going on for a long time. This isn't anything that's new.
Putting chips devices. First of all, y'all said it would never be when Jake said it, and he put metal devices magnets in the ball. Y'all said it couldn't be possible.
Not magnets. Magnets would
Yeah, this ain't a
be
magnet.
counter.
This is just a radio, just a tracker right here.
A magnet would
Electronic chip.
distort whatever signal is coming in automatically. Just like if I had my telephone on and brought it next to the mic, it would create static. Okay,
That's for
so
game tracking. That's for game. They got trackers all around the arena, all around
yeah,
all
but,
cameras, all kind of cameras, all
sure,
up
but
in the top of the arenas. Yeah.
but those cameras take time to analyze things, and without anything inside to analyze and to get actual data, why do you think they tag animals?
Oh man, this is look. They still got other ways. They don't just depend on one thing. They got plenty of cameras in there to track data.
Yes, I agree. There are other ways to track data, but there at the same time, if you watch games, especially NFL, really utilizes it. They can tell you the degree of spin on a ball, everything instantaneously because they've tracking everything that ball does, and it has nothing to do with giving anybody an advantage or disadvantage. It's for their own statistics and for other people to be able to use those statistics in order to try and
So
either
my
make
point
money.
is, if they're allowing these kind of devices in the ball, who's to know what else is in there? They didn't have to tell us this.
They didn't.
What the alternative, a reason why they got him in the ball in the first place?
He
That's
said to track data. That's
you
all
know,
they. That's all they giving up, Jake.
nah, it is alternative motive. The reason why they're even doing that, somebody is getting some type of advantage, or they manipulating something to keep track of these data or something. It's not used for the good of the game. Trust me on that.
What if it is used for the good of the game, but you're just not seeing it in
When
way
when,
of
when is it? When has
It,
it ever been?
what if you guys just got a guy standing still, dribbling the ball, not doing anything with it, versus that ball is being passed efficiently, and you're seeing that as a team now of data that you can analyze and using that to solve problems of why your team may not be performing as well as it could or should be. So to say that it's a bad
They
tool
said,
is not
but
necessarily
they're not against that though, Max. They're not against that. They cool. We know that they're not against that.
right.
We know they're not
It's
against that. They said long as it don't do no weird things, long as you're not cheating with it, long as you're not giving yourself an advantage. That's what they're saying right here. Long as it's
yeah,
not no it I mean, we all know what perceptible mean to the eye, perception to the eye. That's why I kept repeating that. It says as long as there's no perceptible, that means they could be doing deceptible stuff within the ball. Jake, right? But they don't give a fuck because they say as long as it's not perceptible. Don't make it obvious. We all know
don't
what
make it
perceptible effect
obvious.
means.
But at the same time, in order for that to be effective, you would have to
Using an
be
alternative
able.
context. They gave the say what now?
But in order for you to be able to utilize that in a way to your advantage, you would have to be able to know how that would be used to your advantage. So is
Yeah,
that
listen.
going
They
to be a
said as
secret
long as
that
it's
you're
not
going
it's
to share?
perceptible,
easy.
man.
It's easy. Soon as the ball is released, somebody could press the button to kick
It's
in
missile
whatever it
technology.
is to hit the rim a certain way.
Missile technology.
Wait, let's get over here to Treasure Troll, guys. He
Go
says
like
something about the
drones.
tournament here. He thinks the tournament's the best it's been playoff wise system in the sport.
Yeah. He ain't on the podcast also. So
Oh,
we talking this. We giving we already put his comment up there.
I got you. I didn't even
Reflecting.
pay any attention.
Yeah.
Now I enjoy the tournament, but every now and then there's some flaky stuff that um, um, you
Y'all
can
read
ask
too much.
questions about.
Y'all read too. Yeah, they read too much into this because
So let me ask you this.
it simply says don't make it obvious. That's all of that language right there said. Don't make it
Okay.
obvious.
Okay. All right. Let's go with this, Dave. Let's go with this. There's a magnet in the
That's
ball that can be manipulated in order to either go or not go into the net. Now, with that being said, magnet works very simply. You have a north and a south, right?
You know what? We ain't talking about a damn magnet. We talking about an electronic device. A device.
in there.
I said magnet referring to this electronic device. The hell with a damn magnet.
Well, I think it would
We're
make the
talking
most sense
about
because
it.
it
It
lost
says
charge.
a chip. It says a chip in the damn ball. Let's go with that. Now explain that.
I can explain it if you want to
But
go with that.
Jake,
It's not a
that's for
magnet.
tracking. That's for tracking, Jake.
If
You
you
know
if
Huh?
you
that.
want to say
You know that
that,
it's for tracking. They use these devices for tracking. They use these
yeah, we
devices
are
for
we
tracking.
just
They use these smaller electronic devices for tracking and stuff. That's why they use the ball for tracking, to track data and everything like that. But I thought maybe I should have said that, but I thought it was already. I'm going somewhere else with it. I'm assuming that hey, if they willing to admit that and they putting that in the ball, I know they doing some extra shit with the ball, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
all.
think
That's
so.
all. But I think Max is already, Max know that that's what it's being used for.
but like I was saying, and I'm not trying to cut anybody off or be disrespectful by any means, but the simplest way to do it, as opposed to having a laser target, which would be super obvious and very difficult to implant inside the ball, in addition to a chip, to have a target that's not visible to the naked eye, even if you go infrared, it would be incredibly difficult for that technology not to get damaged during the course of a game on a ball. However, a north and south magnet activated by the push of a button to energize it in that small chip, it doesn't have to be a big magnet. That would make more sense. And that's
Oh, we're not
tinfoil
telling
hat.
you how they doing it. We don't even know.
But that would make the most sense if I were to have to do it.
Yeah.
And
We don't know how they doing it. We know that if they're doing this with the ball, then imagine what else. So
sure,
it begs for question. That's what.
this is definitely an awesome topic to debate. Yeah,
Can't debate nothing because we don't know nothing. We don't know. We don't
yeah,
have.
we can speculate on it, but like I said,
Yeah.
if it were me and I had to do something like that in order to manipulate the game in a way that wouldn't be obvious to anybody, and unless you knew it was going on, you would never know, then that would make the most sense.
But if they going this far with the chips, I'm like, man, come on, man. But all right,
Just think of the chip as
I
like
guess we'll
a
go to something else
GPS,
so y'all can
and
relate to.
then the basket in the bottom of the net being your destination. Think of it like that.
So I didn't hear you. I was going to the next topic. But
I was saying,
I
think
bet you
about
made a good.
oh,
Go
my
ahead.
lord. No, I
Go
was
ahead.
saying if you think about the chip and that technology is GPS, and then that location, the final destination being the bottom of the uh,
Mm-hmm.
bucket, bottom of the net, then yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's what it's all technology, man. It's like you can look at it as GPS, but it's tracking altogether. That's what GPS is.
Yeah.
Hey, let's move on to I want to get into this topic right here about former NBA player, man, Rick Barry. Rick Barry recently came out to complain about the NBA and the refereeing. He complained. Rick Barry was complaining to the about the referees, uh, telling the office hey man, he came out publicly and said stop the traveling, stop the carrying, stop the moving screens, Call the damn game according to the rule book. Jake, I know from the past, man, you complained about this. Me and you saying that the players aren't necessarily more skilled. That they pretty much they're being allowed to take more than two steps according to the rule book. They're able to turn the ball over, rotate the ball over like to a carry, and they're moving screens. A lot of the things, basically similar things that Rick Barry just came out and stated. How do you feel about that, Jake?
I feel like any veteran of the game, such as Rick Barry and me myself, that used to love the game, it make us sick to our damn stomach to watch today's basketball because it's strictly entertainment. They do not play no fundamental basketball in the NBA. The reason why the NCAA tournament is so popular is whatnot because they play closer to the fundamental of the game and play closer to the rules. The NBA is strictly entertainment. You got certain ball players. They can drive to the hole. They miss the damn layup, and when the referee see that they missed the layup, somebody going to get called for a foul. I've seen a game literally where a guy was sitting on the bench and he got called for a foul in an NBA game. Literally, yes. So it's the game itself now. It's I can't watch, but maybe a quarter of the game, and I turn it to gun smoke or something, cause it's garbage basketball now.
Right. All right, man. Hey, Trav, man, what you say about this comment that the statement that Rick Barry came out and made?
And I 100% agree with him.
And the relative humidity was 38%.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to
The wind
start
was
you over, Trav.
at
I guess I
21
gotta
miles an hour,
kick some
gusting
people out.
31. The pressure was 29 points.
Yeah, that was Joe. My bad, Castro. Go ahead, Trav. What you think about Rick Barry coming out saying the league need to enforce the rule book and on these players traveling, carrying, and moving screens? Say call the game.
Yeah, I agree with him 100%. Cause I mean, you watch the game and it's bad because they. I mean, if you gonna call it on everybody. Don't let certain players get away with it. Like we've been seeing LeBron do it for years. Even
Right.
like Westbrook, different players you'll see they always traveling in the
Jokic,
bullshit.
Giannis.
Yeah, the bullshit step back three, motherfucker that took 3
Luka.
steps back, shoot a
Yeah.
3,
James
Euro
Harden.
step, yeah, all this different shit, man. They traveling, they travel all the time. And then
Right.
even like the moving screen, it depends on what team it is or what referee they want to call it or not. They'll call it sometimes they don't. That's why the players be confused. They don't know what to do.
All right, Angelo, how you feel about this? Comment that he came out and made.
I think people need to band together and get this shit right because all those calls need to be called. All of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. And I know this is a little off base a little bit, man, but that shit has to start even at a lower level. You know what I'm saying? They need to start correcting that in the high school game, moving it up to the college, then to the pros, man. It's just messed up all across the board, man. They stop the traveling and the carrying is out of hand. And now the moving screens, those are out of hand too. But if we could just see a slight improvement on the traveling and the carrying, I would be happy, man.
Right. And they get away with it once they become professionals, but not at the college level.
Yeah.
Just to add that in there. So, Max, man, what you feel about these Rick Barry coming out and scolding the NBA?
I think that Rick Barry's words speak volume, and I think he needs to be taken seriously. I think we've all seen the same problem go on consistently the NBA and the way that they failed to address it has shown up every season. And I think that they need to, if it means that you've got to blow that whistle a lot more and slow that game down, then you're going to learn your lesson and eventually you're going to stop traveling. Or you can make it hurt where they're going to feel it the most, and that's going to be in their pocketbooks. So you want to get their attention, you find them every time. What amount of money, it really doesn't matter, but enough to where you're going to think twice before you do what you do. They know that they're taking advantage of it, so it's multifaceted in the problem between the officiating, the players taking advantage of it and not playing ball the way they know they're supposed to, and then being coached the way that they're being coached from an early level, like D said. So I agree with what D said, and I think that it's a multifaceted problem, and it's finally being addressed by somebody that's watching from the outside looking in. And what he says makes perfect sense, and it needs to be handled. Gone on far too long.
All right, Joe, man, how you feel about this comment that Rick Barry came out and said about
Um,
today's game? Is he hating, or I mean, do we have a
I
point?
I feel like it's a great point, but by the wrong messenger.
Mm,
I don't think Rick Barry or no other superstar of this league need to make this point because superstars have been getting away with calls ever since basketball have been created. So
really?
I don't think no superstar or no person that ever been the man on his team need to make this doggone this comment. Because we could probably go back and find and look at a lot of stuff that Rick Barry have got away with because he's a superstar. That's how the NBA grows their game. They push their superstars. They're going to let superstars get away with much more than they're going to let these other players get away with because that's how they sell tickets. It's been going on from the beginning of time. So great message, wrong messenger. He don't need to be saying nothing like this at all because he benefiting
Joe,
from it.
But Joe, hold on, man. Hold on, let Joe go. But Joe, I'm out. With that being said, Joe, if not him, then who? Who can come out and who qualifies?
It need to be somebody that haven't benefited from the rule that understand the purest of basketball. Superstars can't say this. It's like you crying wolf. It's like why is you saying this when you did it? You're a hypocrite. When you was in
no,
a
he
when
didn't get away with that.
Hey, Jake,
I
Jake,
guarantee
we ain't doing that, Jake.
I guarantee
Man,
when Rick
damn,
Barry was in the
man.
game, when Rick Barry was in the game, he cried for extra fouls. He cried for extra calls. I guarantee he did. Rick Barry shot probably lead the NBA probably third or fourth in leading the NBA in free throw percentage. You think that man wasn't crying for calls when he knew when he got to the free throw line it was a bucket?
It
He
looks like
cried. That
Max,
every
Max, you know what? Max,
superstar is a
don't
diva.
disrespect the show, man.
It's the same thing in the NFL. Tom Brady, you jump at Tom Brady feet, he's getting a flag. But if you jump at Lamar, you jump at another quarterback feet that's not on the level of Tom Brady. They don't throw the flag. Superstars have been benefiting from officiating from the beginning of time for sports, and you're not going to change it because that's how they push the sport. It's the great message because guess
All right,
what?
there you go,
I'm with
Joe.
I'm with
Beautiful
everybody on
point.
here.
Hey, all right,
Go
man.
ahead.
Everybody, man, y'all know, man, we can't just be walking all talking all over each other, man. That's what this second round is for, man. Go ahead, y'all have at it. I don't got to call on you on the second round.
I want to call on the crowd, and I want to see the
Jake,
comments
where
that
you
they
at,
just
Jake?
came in.
Are we in the
Go ahead,
second
man.
round?
Yeah, this is the second round. Everybody don't win. Go ahead.
Okay. Joe,
Go ahead, Max.
Hmm.
Whoever
this
want to talk.
I want
I can't control the second round.
I want to
oh,
go to the comments. I don't want to ignore the people tuning in and watching. And a good comment was just
Oh man,
made.
fuck all that, man. We running our own panel, man. Go ahead,
Joe,
Jake.
Joe,
Hey, hold on. Let me make this, man. Max, the people in the panel and in the comments, are they qualified to be on this show and run their own YouTube channel? They're not speaking sports because they don't know sports to the level that they have to cover it. So
No,
I understand their opinion, not dismissing it. But you can go and start your channel and get your opinion from them. You can go on your channel, but I'm not letting no fans control what's going on in here. That's a gone. That's dead. But you know what I'm saying? I put this shit on the screen, but bro, come on. That's why I got a call in line. If they want to speak that bad, they can call in on the line. Period. Numbers at the bottom of the screen, by the way. And go ahead. Anybody, gloves is off.
Joe, Rick Barry is the perfect person to speak on it. You know why? Because the game got is so ridiculous now. It makes people sick that played the game for real. When Rick Barry was playing, they couldn't get away with all this crap that's going on now. They had to really play the game. They ain't really playing the game now, and it's destroying the game. And
So
Rick
Jake,
Barry, he
so
watched
Jake,
this game. He done played the game, and he
okay.
watched the game to the point of now, and it's making him sick to watch the game now because they destroyed the game by letting these guys get away with just pure entertainment. They ain't playing ball.
So Jake, I have a question then.
I'm waiting now on the question, Joe.
He ain't got no question. He muted himself.
But will until he answers the question, Rick Barry, anybody that play in an era where they had to really play basketball, I guarantee you, it make them sick
My
to watch
my
how they play now.
my bad, Jake. My question to you
Oh,
then
okay.
was, my question to you was, do you think Rick Barry benefited from the whistle?
Of course, but that ain't what he
Okay,
complaining
then.
about.
So no,
What
he
he
complain.
what he was
He's com-
complaining about is
no,
how
he's
the game was
complaining.
played.
But
No,
not
he's
How
not
the
that
complaining.
game is
frequently,
played
Joe.
now.
Joe, you assuming
He's
that it was this frequent. Joe, they
no,
allowing people to travel and get away with stuff
no.
because the
That's not what
skills are
I'm
selling
saying.
off.
What I'm
Skills are
saying
gone.
is, Dave, is
The fundamentals
if
are.
he benefited from the whistle, that means he benefited from calls. If that a
Hey,
travel
hey,
is
hey,
a
Joe, how
call,
many times throughout the game do you think Rick Barry benefited from the whistle?
a lot. He led the league in scoring before. He benefited a lot.
Wow.
Did he travel? Did he take 4 damn
I'm not
steps?
saying what he did.
Did he
If he
carry
shot,
the ball?
if he did he
Did
ever
he
shoot over?
did he do that?
There's been
We
free
don't.
throw discrepancies since the beginning of the game. But
That's all
if
I'm
Rick
saying.
Barry ever went out there and traveled, they'll call it on him. If he
Okay.
out
So
went out there and start carrying the ball or anything like that, or moving screen, they would call it on him. You
okay. So what you're
seen
doing
one of
is
the
no,
last
because
times,
I
the
just saw
most
Jordan
recent,
take 3 steps. I just
we
saw
saw
Jordan take
we
3 steps.
we saw. I never saw it really. We saw Michael Jordan was one of the most fundamental people ever. We saw one of the last times when KG got called for a moving screen in the finals against the Lakers. They called it on him. They don't really call that stuff no more, bro. Like, yeah, man. Like Jordan. People say he took 3 steps because he took 1 step and then he gathered step on his last 2. But his second step, his second foot was still down, and they went up same time as his third foot.
Man, superstars have been benefiting from the whistle from the beginning of time. Simple as that. We
We
can't
ain't
argue
talking
that.
about the whistle. We talking about the
A
fundamental
whistle,
of the
a
game. We
no, a
talking about
violation.
dribbling.
The
We
game, man.
talking about dribbling, Joe. We talking about um um
Jake, a
other stuff.
violation, a violation is a violation, Jake. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you want to talk about it, a violation is a violation. A whistle is a whistle. It's a call that the official have to make.
Are they playing
He
fundamental ball
benefited
now,
from the.
Joe? Are they
No,
playing
I
fundamental
Are they
think.
ball
making the
now?
I think
call?
the
Are they
game.
making the
Look,
call,
look.
Joe?
This is what I'm gonna
Or
tell you.
yeah, are
This is
they
what I'm gonna
making
tell
the
you.
call?
Hey, Joe,
This
Joe,
is
let's
what I'm.
ask this. When was the last time you heard a referee make a travel call? The last time you seen
Uh,
it?
I don't watch the
I
game
said
like that
heard
no
because
more.
you don't
Well,
see
then
the
how
I
you
game.
don't watch
speaking
the
on it?
Hold on,
game
Jake.
like
You
Hold
that.
on,
don't
Jake.
watch the
Jake.
game. How you
Hold on, Jake.
speaking
Hold
on
on,
it?
Jake. Hold on, Jake.
Jake,
I
you
said
just told
heard
me you
because
don't
you don't
watch the
watch the
game
game.
too.
I heard. I said heard because you don't watch the game. So when was the last time you heard it?
They call travels on Steph all the time, man.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They just called travels on Steph tonight in the Minnesota game.
Man. I guess they heard Rick Barry.
But they didn't call travel that much back in the day either. Stop acting like they did,
Yeah, they
man.
did,
Y'all,
man.
All right, man.
I
Y'all,
came
y'all,
through
that,
here and I
look,
played a
look.
clip of
They
James
Y'all
didn't
Harden
can't,
and
call it
Cowboys
that, but
won
you
the
back
can't,
in the
Euro
day,
Cup.
y'all
because
It
could
was
they
not.
D-Max and
didn't
D'Angelo,
use
and I
Hey,
played it.
look.
they
Let's
didn't
just
play
be
his
real.
name.
The game, if it is more skilled players in the NBA
That's
now than there
bullshit.
ever have been.
They can't be skilled because they can't play fundamental
Let me
basketball.
finish. Let me finish. Skills
You
do not
bullshit now.
equate. Skills do not equate to fundamentals. It doesn't.
Oh yes, it does.
Nothing. No, it
If
doesn't.
you can't play fundamental
Tim
ball,
Duncan
then
was
you
not a
do not
skilled
have
player.
skill. If
What's
you
Tim
can't dribble, if you
Tim
D'Angelo?
can't
Duncan
D'Angelo
wasn't
legally
was
dribble
skilled.
the damn ball,
D'Angelo.
it's not
D'Angelo.
fundamental basketball.
Who
That's
nickname is who
bullshit.
nickname is Mr. Fundamentals? D'Angelo.
That's some bullshit you talking now, brother.
D'Angelo. Who
If
nickname is
you
Mr.
cannot
Fundamentals?
legally dribble, you're not playing fundamental
Yeah, somebody
basketball.
got a lot of.
Tim Duncan name was Mr. Fundamentals. He was not a skilled
He
player.
What?
he could dribble the ball
Come
legally.
on, man.
What do
All
you
right,
mean he
man.
These
wasn't a
guys
skilled
can't do
player?
it.
If he
He
had a
wasn't a skilled
nickname, the
player.
big
He was a
fundamental,
fundamental player. He was a fundamental player. You think he had more skills than Kyrie Irving? No.
Kyrie Irving ain't playing no fundamental ball. Kyrie
Exactly. But
Irving,
who is
Yeah,
more
he is.
Kyrie
skilled?
Irving,
Who is
Kyrie
more
Irving takes
skilled?
4 steps.
All right, man.
No, he
Jim
don't.
Duncan more skill.
All right, man.
That's like
No,
Jake.
okay, man.
Jake, Kyrie Irving do not take 4 steps. The man only take 1 step. He don't even use his full 2 steps. Trav, you know this, right?
Oh yeah.
Man don't even take 2 steps. He take just one. He later, but he don't need 2 steps to get the ball off. He'll take it on an off leg. That's why they call him so skilled.
But I was gonna say about different calls. I see them called. I see them getting called for travel probably every game. But they pick and choose who they want to call it on.
Yeah, you're right. They
Like
pick and
like
choose.
I agree with Joe about the Stars. The Stars get away with stuff that the other players, role players or bench players come in the game. He ain't gonna get away with the same thing.
Because they need to sell the stars. They need to sell them.
All right, so
They're
they
not
get
trying to
away
sell
with a
no.
lot of
They're
stuff.
not trying to sell the 8 man off the bench. No, you're going to get called travels on if you do it. You can't get away with James Harden getting away with.
Yeah, but I agree with Rick Barry what he said or whatever. But I agree with Joe on the Stars. The Stars get the call, the non-call. Role players and bench players, they don't get the same call.
Yeah, I agree with Rick Barry. I just think he's not the person to say it. He's not.
Damn. Yeah,
He
you know,
But
why?
I ain't
benefited
gonna
from
lie, Joe.
he benefited from that same
he
whistle, man.
benefited from it. Yeah, that's a
From
good point.
his time and even you can go on through the 80s, the 90s, all that. They weren't traveling and
I'm not
carrying and doing all that what these players doing now.
Trav. But if you
All that
benefited from the
crowd
whistle,
dribble and step back
if you
three, they weren't doing none of that.
but if you benefit from the whistle, you benefit from the whistle.
That's
Did
right.
No
Tim
matter
Duncan
what it
benefit
is.
from the whistle?
That's a good point.
Oh yeah, all stars benefit from the whistle. All of them.
Did
Right.
he did he benefit from his lack of skill, according to some people?
No, I
So
don't I
five
don't think
championship
so.
rings equal lack of skill?
Rick Barry ain't got 5 championships.
No. I'm talking about Tim Duncan, the big fundamental who had no skills, but has five
No, no,
championships.
no. What I'm saying is, Max, don't get it twisted and think I ain't saying Tim Duncan don't have skills. What I'm saying is it don't take for if you got fun if the fundamentals of the game do not require skills. You can understand the game and understand the aspect of the game, how the fundamentals down, but just don't have the skills to do it. That's all I'm saying.
That's like me telling you that I could study all day, all night, nonstop until I can't study anymore to learn a subject that I don't understand, and then expect to be able to take a test and pass it over it.
So how do you explain coaches then? Because
Coaches are a whole nother dynamic.
coaches understand
Coaches,
the fundamental of the game. They
the
understand the
coaches are
fundamentals of the
like
game. They
think
just
of
don't
a
have the
coach
skills to
as,
do it.
you can think of a coach as the leader of a team indirectly, or you can think of a coach as a chef that knows how to put together the perfect meal to serve you and get you full and
And
be
most of
able
them
to
fail at that.
compliment that meal repeatedly and establish himself a good restaurant of his own.
Most of them fail. Most restaurants ain't good
Most
anyway.
restaurants do fail, but most chefs, look at Emerald.
Most of them ain't good. They ain't good, and most coaches ain't good either. That's
Greg
why anytime we
Popovich.
get a good one, we praise them like they the second coming, like they just so great because the rest of them suck so damn bad.
But it's also up to the coaches to a certain degree, no matter what level they're at, to make sure that the fundamentals that were taught and learned are,
That's why guys.
maintained, reiterated.
That's why guys like Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, LeBron James can step in and not miss a beat as a player coach.
Bless you.
I don't think Tim Duncan is the player he is without the coaches in his life.
I don't think the coach is what they are without Tim Duncan. Star player. Like if that's the case, then why they tanking? Anyways,
That's a good point.
let's move to this next topic I want to get into. Is an older article about a month ago, Sports Illustrated, and they're saying that they asked the question: Has Nikola Jokic passed Larry Bird? And just the question alone got me wondering, like, what in the hell is going on with this generation? To me, it's disrespectful to compare Nikola Jokic to Larry Bird. Angelo, you want to go?
I'm one of the, I grew up a Larry Bird fan. You know what I'm saying? I hated Magic Johnson. I wasn't a fan of Magic Johnson. I was a Larry Bird guy. But I have an unpopular opinion on it, and I would say yes. I would say absolutely
Are you
yes.
going off numbers or just or the eye test or both?
I'm going off the eye test. Numbers too.
Okay, don't mean right. Okay, all right.
Numbers too. You know what I'm saying? He got MVPs. He got a championship. Probably, and he's still a young guy. I think he does more than Larry Bird on the basketball floor. I would say yes, and I know that's unpopular.
Hey, Joe, what do you feel about this? Nikola Jokic passed Larry Bird.
First of all, I want to say, D'Angelo, that's huge coming from you. Um, Secondly, I mean, I will say, and I'm with, you know what? I will say no because it's we could be prisoner of the moment and seeing what Joker doing right now and you can say that, but Larry Bird was a bad boy, man. Like you just watch that man highlights. He was a bad boy, man, and he was a bad boy from the day he stepped on a court. I think Joker had to grow into what he is now. Larry Bird came in the league a dog, so I would say no. But it's very easy to be prisoner of the moment. It's very easy to be prisoner of the moment.
All right. Hey, Trav, man, what you say to this? As Nikola Jokic passed Larry Bird or somebody bumped their head, man.
Yeah, I think they on that fentanyl. That
Right.
ain't what's going on.
Writing on
He
fentanyl.
he a great player. I ain't gonna lie. Joker a great player, but he's he's not on the iconic level like Larry Bird. He one of the best to ever do it. A top 10 player of all time. Uh, like I say, the Joker, he one of the top players of these few years or whatever. But no, he an all around player. But I would never take him over Larry Bird. Never.
Y'all heard it. Put some respect on Larry Bird name. Hey, I would. All right, so I would call on. Look, okay, Joe. I mean Jake. Has Nikola Jokic passed Larry Bird or somebody bumped their damn head?
That is the most disrespectful thing I ever heard of to Larry Bird. Joker is not even close to Larry Bird.
Mm.
If Larry Bird was playing in today's era with today's rule, Larry Bird's numbers would probably double. Now you put Joker in Larry Bird era, the Joker probably wouldn't even make a team.
Oh my God.
Mm. Damn.
Can't wait till the free round.
He couldn't even sit on the edge of the bench, sucking his thumb, not even on the bench.
On a damn bench, he'll make a tall ass water boy.
Damn.
Wow, Jake.
Whoa. All right, allow y'all rebuttal in the second round. We still got Max. Max, man, how you feel about this, man? Has
About what? About
Nikola
what?
Jokic? Let me get the question out. Has Nikola Jokic? Reason why I got to get the question out because I chop y'all up individually. Y'all got to relax and trying to tell me how to run the show, bro. Y'all don't really do this, man. Damn, bro. Has Nikola Jokic passed Larry Bird so far all time? This is an article from Sports Illustrated. So there you have, man. There's the source. What do you say to that, Max?
I can respond to that subjectively, opinion based from where I stand. No, not even remotely close. Larry Legend is nicknamed Larry Legend for a reason. The accolades that he was able to accomplish during his short career due to injury are well ahead of what Jokic has been able to do within, not taking away from Jokic or how incredible and how much he brings to the game, but they bring two completely different skill sets in two completely different eras, playing with two completely different squads. So I don't necessarily see or believe that Jokic has already hit his ceiling. I still think that he's got a really high ceiling to go. And I think that the future is bright for Jokic, and he has a lot of time left in order to get up to the level to where he can be in that conversation with players like Larry Bird, etc. I don't think there's any reason where he can leapfrog and just go straight past Larry Bird or even close to Larry Bird.
All right, so before y'all go on the second round, Max, based on what you kind of said that you hinted at that Nikola Jokic can check that he can catch Larry Bird. How if you in a race if you didn't even start off well, how in the hell can you catch somebody in a race if you didn't even start off well?
How did the turtle beat the hare?
You can use that one. I'm fine with that one.
I
That's
think
Max's
that
response.
uh, I think that, like I said, right now, if you look at it at this point in Larry's career, with as many years as he played in the NBA, yes, he had more championships to show for it. True. MVP wise, presumably Nikola Jokic is going to win it this year. Did not win it last year, which is what it is. But I think that the fact that this far into his career with one championship and multiple MVPs under his belt, that because of the fact that he's maintained a relatively healthy career, he has enough talent in his skill set, not to mention a good
Yeah,
cast with him, to continue to win championships and be able to compete. And I,
7 years, 3 championships in 7 years.
yeah, like
Yeah,
I
y'all
said, if
go
we
ahead,
go,
man. Let loose on this, man. Second round. It's the background noise that's killing me, man.
can you hear
Maybe
that too, Dave?
that's coming from you, Max. There you go. You got some right. I'll mute you right quick. Yep, my bad, y'all. Should have. And it's still going. So it can't be Max. Hold on.
It sounds like somebody got a radio
That's you,
on.
Dave.
It's me.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
you.
I don't know who it is.
I muted myself. And it's still
Okay,
going. That was Angelo. Yeah, that was you, Angelo. There go his back. Watch this, Angelo. See what I'm saying? That was Angelo. Yeah, I unmuted you now, Angelo. So you got some wires exposed to something, Angelo.
Man, I'm in an empty room by myself.
There you go. Okay, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I just muted Angelo. It's gone. Yeah, Angelo, mute yourself. You know how it go. But yeah, hey, what y'all wanna y'all wanna get y'all closing thoughts on this, man? Wrap this up or what?
Man, I got one thing to say. Hey Jake, you is disrespectful to the new age basketball, man. You is just disrespectful, man. You just said Larry Bird. Like what I would tell you is Larry Bird is a bad boy.
He's a
Larry Bird is a
bad man.
bad boy. He's a bad man.
And if
But
he was,
to say
yeah,
that the competition he got to play, the competition he will have to play right now at the three is
he would,
crazy.
his
Larry
production
Bird
would
was
double.
not good. Larry Bird was not a good defensive player, and it
They
was
don't
no
play
way
defense now.
there is no
They
way
don't
he
play
was
defense
checking.
now.
He ain't checking no small four right now.
And
Kevin
they ain't
Durant gonna
checking
get you
him.
50.
They
Kevin,
is not checking Bird. Bird,
man,
when Bird
uh,
hit 20 or 25 in today's era, Bird be averaging 50 a game because they
he's
do
not gonna
not
average
play
50.
defense now.
He's not gonna average 50, man.
Now, when Bird would go to the hoop, what would happen to him? They would
Bird, Bird,
knock the hell
Bird,
out of him.
Bird's success was built. Bird's
I would
success.
say he definitely averaged like 35
Yeah,
Yeah,
points.
at least, yeah, easily.
Bird, Bird was not an ISO player. Bird's
But
success was
Bird
What?
can run you to
his
death.
success
He
was
can run you
built
to death
off of
on
ball
offense, make you play
movement.
Ooh.
defense,
His
tire
was
you out
built
on
off
offense.
of beautiful
You
Hold
don't
ball
have
on,
enough.
hold
You
on.
movement.
don't have a whole lot of energy to go
I got to
defend
go
nobody
back on
else.
that. Bird wasn't an ISO player
He was
I
comment.
not
can't
an
believe
ISO
that.
player.
Right,
Yeah, he an
Bird
right.
ISO
was
player.
not an ISO player.
Are we talking about
Bird
Larry
was,
Joe
By
yeah,
the
Bird
way, this
Larry
the
Joe
last.
Bird.
Bird,
from
Larry
Yep.
Indiana State? Are
Bird,
you sure that he
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
an
he
Bird.
ISO
was
player?
definitely
Let me
ISO.
Yeah,
the
I'm
Boston
about to say there.
Celtics was a motion offense that got Larry Bird
Joe, stop it. You need to go
You
back and
need to
watch Bird.
you
stop.
go back and
Watch
look.
him. Watch
Go
him.
back and look, man. Go back and look.
And as
You go
far as
back and look.
defense, like I said, they don't even
They
play
got a
defense now.
commercial. They got a
In the
commercial built
80s,
around
they
their
played
offense
defense.
with him and Kevin McHale. They got a commercial built around their offense with him and Kevin McHale.
So
Was
They
hold on,
got
Bird the
Joe.
man?
Let me
Was
let me
Bird the man on the team? Yes, he was. But
let me
they had a system built around ball movement.
so
They
let me ask
ran
you
a
this, Joe.
Princeton. They ran a Princeton offense. They ran a Princeton offense. It was not a lot of
Okay,
ISO play and ball.
okay,
you lost
okay.
your damn
Ha,
mind.
Joe,
Okay.
have you ever seen these NBA players, a lot of these greats that played against him? One thing all of them said, he'll tell you what he gonna do and do it to you.
Okay, man.
Facts.
So that's not an ISO player.
Tell me
If
a
he getting the ball
historical
in his hand
small
and he
forward.
telling you what
Tell
he gonna
me
do and
Tell
do
me
it to you.
this is what I'm trying to get you to see. This is why I say what Jake said is blasphemy. The game was a big man game back then. Larry Bird did not play against no what Hall of Fame small forward did Larry
Have you
Bird
ever
play
heard of
against
the
and dominate?
Los Angeles Lakers during the course of the
When
80s? They had
I just
Kareem,
said
they
I
had
just
James
said
Worthy, they had
I say
Magic Johnson, they had
what
Michael
Hall of
Cooper,
Famer
Michael Thompson,
if he
Sam
played in
Perkins,
today's game if he played in
Mason
today's
Green.
game
Man,
I believe this
stop.
shit
if
over here the whole
if Larry
time, man.
Bird played in
Yep,
today's
you need to
game,
stop,
If
he
you're
would
Joe.
telling
have
me
to
that all
play.
those
You need
players
to
on
stop.
one team, I just mentioned the
He
scrubs, and
would
I'm not even going to mention Dr. J,
he would
Moses
come on, man. Dr.
Malone,
J was
Ralph
over the hill when
Sampson,
Dr. J was over the
Pop.
hill when he played when Larry Bird. Stop it. Dr. J was over the hill. Like stop it.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No,
Dr.
he
J was
wasn't.
washed. When
And
Larry
Dr.
Bird
J
got
No, he
retired
there,
after
wasn't.
the
Dr. J was
1986
washed.
season, man. He
You
was
need to
still
Entire
stop,
he won a
field.
Joe.
he won a championship in
You
1986.
don't know nothing about
He
old
ran
school
his
ball.
run. He won in '83
You
because of Moses
you
Malone,
do
not
not
because
know
of him.
anything about old school ball. Stop it.
Come on, man,
You
stop it.
need
Larry
to
Bird ain't
stop
played it.
it.
Larry Bird
Stop
will
it.
be playing in the light.
Stop it.
He will be having to
Stop
score
it.
on people like
See,
Kawhi
that's what's
Leonard,
wrong with you
LeBron
youngsters.
James. He will
You
not be
youngsters
popping
don't
off
know
down
shit
Big Low,
about
man.
old
Stop
school
it,
ball.
man. About
But
to
yet
fucking
y'all
get it,
want to talk
man.
about old school ball,
You so
but you don't know
disrespectful.
a thing
You
about
is
old
so
school ball.
disrespectful to the
You
game
you
now.
youngsters,
LeBron
you
James
youngsters
will
don't
break
know
that
shit
man neck.
about old school ball. Larry
LeBron
Bird,
James will break that man neck.
Larry Bird
Kevin
would
Durant
eat
will
LeBron
destroy
James
that boy.
ass up.
Man,
Larry
stop
Bird
it,
would eat
man.
LeBron James ass
Man,
up,
stop it, man.
lighting him up like a Christmas tree.
Man, stop it.
LeBron don't
Tell
play
Stop
no
it, man.
defense.
Nope.
But see
Man,
how
When
the
stop it,
game
when
man.
how the game is played
Man,
now.
stop it.
A lot of these players they look good in this era, but a lot of this
Man,
stuff
stop
these
it.
cats doing it wouldn't be the same. They wasn't
Yes, it
able to do
would.
any of
Stop
that.
saying that. It was John
I mean,
Stockton to
it's
like
just
a
the
people with
truth. The
John
game
Stockton.
has changed.
Brian Russell. Brian Russell played back then and averaged 16, like 14 points. Stop it,
Bill
man.
Russell was a
Y'all,
team player, and he understood in order for the team to win that he was going to have to
I,
be a team player to
come on,
sacrifice
man.
his
I
own
didn't say
self and
Bill Russell.
points
I
and
didn't say Bill
personal
Russell.
accolades for the team to win
I didn't say Bill
championships. How
Russell.
else
I
are you
didn't
going
say
to tell me
Bill
the
Russell.
man played for 13 seasons and got 11 rings?
I'm not
Explain
talking
that to
about
me.
Bill Russell. I didn't say Bill
You just
Russell.
said Bill Russell.
I said Brian Russell, the dude that played with Utah Jazz. The dude that Jordan
Man,
crossed over.
stop it, man.
Stop
Did
talking.
he?
Stop. Detlef Shrimp averaged 20 points in the NBA back then. Stop saying that Paul George couldn't do it. Stop it. Paul George would destroy Detlef Shrimp. Y'all be killing me with
Man,
this. Talking about these great players now can't
uh
play with them. Some damn Detlef
man.
Shrimp. He couldn't make it in the league right now. Jeff Hornacek. Man, stop it. Y'all gotta stop it with this
they will
foolery,
be
man.
averaging more points because they
Fucking
damn sure don't play
Mookie
defense now.
fucking Blaylock.
Name
Man,
name
y'all
me
serious, man?
name me
Stop it,
name me
man.
5 players
Y'all
now
gotta stop
that
it,
actually
man.
play defense. Name
Man,
me
stop
five
it,
players
man.
right now in
You
your
do
era.
The,
know.
Name
You
me
do
five
know.
players right
You do know
now
they
that
average.
play
Man, come
the,
on,
defense.
man.
the
Five
NBA got you
players.
fooled. The
Come on,
NBA
man.
Name
got
me
Y'all
you
five
gotta
fooled,
quit
players
man.
playing
that
me,
play
man.
defense
Oh
Y'all
now.
got
boy.
all these
Name me five.
bums that
Name
played
me
back
five
then,
players that
but
play
then
defense now.
y'all
They
got
don't
all
play no
these
damn
bums.
defense.
Y'all got
They
all
do
these
not play
bums
defense.
that played in the 80s, all these
They do
truck
I
not.
know your
drivers and
opinions.
all these plumbers that played back then. But Paul George that work out every day and got skills can't play back then. Man, miss me with that, man.
Paul George don't do shit
Miss me,
now in the
man.
He
playoffs.
don't do shit.
Man, miss me, man. Miss me with that,
Playoff P
man.
don't do shit in the
Y'all,
playoffs. So
y'all
that's a
forget to
bad
name
example.
all these fucking scrubs, and I guarantee you, if they did the top 50 over, a lot of them motherfuckers wouldn't make it.
You just lost your
You
damn
gotta be
mind.
fucking kidding me,
Just
man.
talking
Who,
all crazy
who'd be
about.
the who
Name
wouldn't
me. Name
who
me.
wouldn't make it? Who'd be the first one out? Who do you think would be the first
Yeah.
one out of that top
You
50?
really wanna Bill
Yeah,
Walton,
I
Bob
really want
Cousy.
to know.
Come on, man. Bob Cousy, Bill Russell. I put up the list. I'll call out all of them. Wouldn't make top 50
You said Bob
because there's
Cousy?
too many players that they
What
came
about
Yeah.
Bob
after
He
them
Cousy?
said
that
Bob
better than
Cousy.
them.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what he said about Bob Cousy.
He wouldn't be top 50 if they redid it with every player that done played. He wouldn't make
So
top
Joe,
50.
Joe, you saying you could beat Bob Cousy?
Come on, man. Ain't nobody that could dribble with one hand beat me. Nobody.
Damn. Damn.
Nobody. If you dribble with one hand, you're not beating me. You only can
I
go
don't think.
one
I
way.
don't think
Are
you
you
can
talking
dribble
about
with
like
two.
Hey
Special
Joe, I'm gonna
Olympics
let you go and get
You're
one
your
hand? Or are
take
you
kidding
on this,
me,
talking about
man.
man.
like playing basketball with people that have two hands?
Hey,
If you're
No,
yo,
talking
I'm
about playing
look,
like a Special
look,
Olympics
hey,
just
look,
with one
hey, look,
hand, I
Max.
don't know.
Max, once you,
hold
hey,
on.
Max,
I'm
hey,
just
Max.
asking. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
That's just
Are
like
you talking about
saying,
playing with
that's just
handicapped
like
people?
saying Big Jack Dempsey, whatever his name was, the big boxer that punched real slow, could beat Muhammad
Joe
Ali.
Dempsey.
The game, the game, the life it goes on, man. You get better. It's better technology. Everything is better. Stop acting like
The
these
game
players
ain't
couldn't
better
play back
now.
then,
The
man.
game done got worse.
All right, man. All
Everything
right,
It
man.
ain't got
everything
better.
ain't
It done
better.
got worse.
I bet you half of the players in the league back then couldn't even play now.
They do better. They
That's
would do
cap.
Come on,
better.
man.
That's cap.
Jeff
They
Hornacek.
would
You
do better
kidding me?
because they
Jeff
wouldn't have to.
Hornacek.
They wouldn't have to dribble
John Stockton.
and
Can
and
you imagine
and
John Stockton trying to guard Kyrie? Can you
Can you
imagine
imagine if
that?
you just named a player that wasn't white? Name me one black player. Stop naming all the fucking crackers.
Okay, you want me to name a black person? Can you
Yeah.
Hey,
wait,
Max, bro, don't
can
get
you
my channel in
imagine?
trouble, bro. You
Can
can do
you
that on your
No,
own
no,
imagine?
no.
channel.
I
Can
won't.
you?
I just
I give
You
you
do
the
that on
great
your
one.
own
I give you
channel.
the great one.
You know there's
I give you
people
the great
watching,
one.
man. They're gonna take that another way, man.
Can you imagine?
I'm talking about the people that edit the
Can
videos. I get a copyright strike for that. I mean, not a
can you
copyright, but I get a
imagine
violation.
Kareem
it's not a
Abdul-Jabbar trying to guard?
racial thing. It's
Nah, man. I'm just saying that. Nah.
no. I
Can you
apologize
Go
to
imagine
ahead,
the
Joe.
Houston
Go ahead,
police.
Joe.
Byron Scott, Hershey Hawkins? Can you imagine Hershey Hawkins trying to guard a fucking Kawhi Leonard? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop
Can
it with
you
this stuff,
imagine?
man.
Can you imagine
Stop it.
Kawhi Leonard trying to stop Tiny Archibald?
He
Can
locked
you
that little
imagine
boy up.
Kawhi Leonard
Lock him
trying to
up.
stop Isaiah
Lock
Thomas?
him up. Lock him
What?
up.
Have you ever seen Nate Tiny Archibald play?
Hell no, he didn't. He don't know who he is.
All right, man. All
He
right,
don't
man.
even know who he is.
Y'all. Hey, look.
Otherwise, he wouldn't
Hey,
be
look.
saying the
Hey, Max.
stuff that he
Max,
say.
look. Max and Jake. Look. What y'all not going to get me to say is I understand errors. I'm never going to get on a player and say they couldn't survive in their error because that's their error. You judge players off their error. Is Larry Bird great for his error? Yes. Is Tiny Archibald great for his error? Yes. But for y'all to sit up here and say that y'all could watch,
But you said, but
no,
you
let me
gonna
finish.
say,
Let me finish. Let me finish.
go
You're
ahead,
not
because you're
finna,
talking
Jake.
bullshit.
You're not
Go
finna sit up
ahead,
here and
finish.
say. You're not finna sit up here and say you can look at a Kevin Durant and you can look at a motherfucking Dr. J and say Dr. J is a better player than that man.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, you can.
Oh, man.
Easy. I just
Yes, you
did.
can.
There's two
And
people.
you just said
Come on, man.
that the players
Oh, my God,
in this era would be better
I'm talking about
the old school era. So
I'm
you
Dr.
talking
J
about a
is
you
so
did
dude.
just
cold blooded
reverse.
that if Dr.
You
J were to
talk.
play right now in this
Look,
era, people would stop on the court
he
and watch
couldn't
him.
fucking shoot.
Yep.
Yep. Man.
He couldn't fucking shoot. He was a Skywalker. That's it. Do you understand? Kevin Durant is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar height that could shoot threes. He don't
And
need
your
no
point.
jump hook. He pulling up from 30.
And your point.
You have
Joe,
no
look at the
answer for that
screen.
back in
Joe,
the 70s.
I'm going
Joe,
to
look
tell
at
you,
the screen, man.
Joe. I'm going to tell
Look
you
at
a
the screen.
player
Oh my
that would
God, man.
I'm going to
Oh
tell you
my
a player
God.
that would give Kevin Durant hell in his day. Tom Chambers would light Kevin Durant up.
Oh my God,
So
Tom
would Thunder,
man.
Chambers, yes.
so would Thunder Dan.
He,
Oh my God,
yep.
man.
Thunder Dan or
Y'all.
Tom Chambers, either one of them.
Oh
Hold up,
my
man.
Thank
Hold
you.
up,
God,
man.
man.
Hell no,
Do
not no
y'all
Tom
watch
Chambers.
Kevin Durant play
Hold up.
basketball, bro?
Hey,
He's
hold on.
Kareem
Before y'all go, man,
Abdul-Jabbar
before y'all go
height,
on that,
man.
because I can know that's gonna go on and on.
D'Angelo, is you
I
hearing
gotta
this,
get Joe.
man?
Joe, I gotta get you to rewind, Joe. Can y'all just
Oh
allow
my
Joe
God.
allow Joe his 1 minute rant right quick? Joe, do this
I
for the
don't even
gram, bro.
I don't
Champ.
even want to rant.
Joe,
D'Angelo,
for
go,
the
bro.
gram, bro.
D'Angelo,
Tell
go.
these motherfuckers, Joe. You said no man who dribble with one hand could beat you, Joe. Joe, can you hear it? One on
Oh
one.
my God.
Joe,
Joe,
before
wait, no, stop. Who is that? Joe. Name that player, Joe.
man,
Name that
hold
player.
on.
Man, I don't know who the
Yo,
hell
hold
that
on.
is,
What do you mean
bro.
you don't know who that
Bob,
is? You just
that's
talk
You
Bob
shit
don't know
about
Cousy,
who
that
man.
guy.
that is?
Ain't that Bob
You just
Cousy?
said that guy was a
Yeah.
scrub and couldn't
Ain't
play.
you
He
say
wouldn't
that?
be on the
Ain't that
top
Bob
50. You
Cousy?
don't even know who that player is?
Ain't
That's
that
Bob
Bob
Cousy you were
Cousy?
just talking about. There he is.
Man,
Look,
stop
to
it,
me, that
bro.
looks like one hand to me.
Hey, man, stop it, bro.
No, you
That dude
stop
ain't
it.
beat me, dude.
Hey Joe,
That dude
everybody
ain't
just
beat.
not don't
You
That
don't
hey,
even
dude
know
ain't
who
beat
Bob
me.
Cousy is, and
hey,
he's right there
That
on the
dude.
screen. You're
That
telling me
dude
he's a
went.
scrub.
hey,
That
That
means
hey,
you don't
hey,
know
dude.
hey, hey,
shit.
That
hey,
dude
just for
dribbled
the
You
with
don't
show,
one
know
man.
shit
hand up the
about
court.
basketball.
That
Y'all
dude
allow
dribbled with
Joe to
one
go
hand up
1
the
minute.
court, bro.
Hey Joe, y'all allow Joe to go 1 minute uninterrupted. Let Joe go 1 minute. Joe, tell us why you said that a man who dribbles with one hand can't beat you, Joe. Start that
Because
over.
you can only go one way. There's no way a man that dribbles in circles with one hand is going to beat me. Is you serious? Like, stop it, man. This dude can't put the ball in his left fucking hand. And if it is, it's the cross to the other side of the court. Then he gonna throw it right back to his right hand. That man ain't gonna beat me, man. You bet. How many? Man,
You're
stop it,
confusing
man.
basketball with NASCAR, bro. People.
Man, that man ain't gonna. That dude, I will. Hey, look. Hey, man, look. hey, there's a reason they didn't allow black people in the league back then against that man. He wouldn't have lasted, bro. One fucking hand? Are you kidding me? Man, stop it, man. That man, stop it. We know
Yo,
he,
you
man.
saying Bob Cousy, a professional basketball player, couldn't beat you?
No, he couldn't. No, I'm with Gilbert Arenas. Man, look, hey, man, look, them dudes from the 60s, them dudes from the 50s and 60s, man, yeah, man, look, stop it. Them dudes ain't beat them dudes, man. And look, let's let D'Angelo go, man.
Hey, with Joe,
I'm
follow up question, Joe, just a follow up question. You got Max mad about it, man, and you know, Max feel like Bob Cousy is a better player than you, man.
He could feel that way, man. I'm not mad at him.
So you
I'm
saying
not
so,
mad at
Joe?
him.
So you saying you got more you got more modern day equipment, more modern sneakers. You say you jump higher, you're stronger than Bob
Man,
Cousy.
I don't.
Diet is better.
There's no. What I'm saying is, if you could only dribble with one hand, how dare I will feel insulted if you on the basketball court with me. I swear. If you could only, I will. Man, now let's go, bro. I almost said
Hey,
something.
that man, listen, man, that man could show up to Chicago, man, and at 60 something, I mean at 80 probably still can ball. I done seen some 70-year-olds ball in the gym.
Man, look.
Well, all right, man, Max, man.
Hey, Dave, look. Hey,
Floor is
Dave,
yours,
look.
Max and Jake.
I'm not gonna even
Floor
lie
is
to you,
y'all.
man. I'm not gonna lie to you. If that man beat me dribbling, and he could be in his
Jake,
20s,
unmute yourself.
dribbling with one hand, I'm not lying to you. I will never play another sport a damn. If you go find somebody right
Well, you
now
need to
that
retire.
could dribble with one hand and beat me, and he don't put it in his left hand, and he gonna beat me,
That man would light your ass up like a Christmas tree.
man, he can't fucking dribble. He can't
You
shoot
didn't
He
even
either.
know
would
who he
light your
was.
ass up like a Christmas tree.
You
God.
just threw out a random name of a
Hey
person
man,
that
look,
you
hold
heard
on,
before
wait.
without ever watching
What
him
is his
play,
shooting
and he's
percentage,
on the
man?
screen asking you who he is. You don't know who he is. So how
You
are
do
you going
know
to
the
tell
only
me that
reason he
you
was
know
in
his
the league,
game if
right?
you don't even know his name?
You do know
And
the
if you
reason
know
he
his
was in the
name, you don't
league,
know what
right?
he looks like when you see
The
his
only
face.
reason he was in the league because black people weren't allowed in the league back then. Like, stop
You
it,
do
man.
realize he played with Bill Russell, right?
I agree. I feel you.
Bill
I'm with
Russell,
it.
to my knowledge, was a man of color.
My God,
And
Bill
mind
Russell
you,
won a
man.
You're just
championship.
talking
mind you,
your
Bob Cousy got how many rings?
Hey
six,
Joe, tell him that ain't
How
nothing,
many
Joe.
team?
Hey
How many
Joe,
team
tell
was
him
in the
that ain't
league
nothing.
back then?
Hey Joe, tell him that ain't nothing. Say Bob Cousy ain't win until Bill Russell showed up.
I
Bam.
want to know how many rings he got. I mean,
what
I
about
want to
Sam
know.
Look at that,
Jones?
Max.
Is Sam Jones a scrub too?
Sam Jones' brother.
Oh yeah, I
Hey,
know.
look,
Oh, hey,
But
Joe didn't
that's
know that.
what I'm
Joe
saying.
didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Joe didn't.
This
come on, man.
educational
Hey,
shit.
I'm not. Hey, look,
Yeah,
hey, look.
Joe
I'm
didn't
like
know
Dave.
that.
I come here for knowledge, bro. If I
But
don't know it,
don't
then
don't
tell
tell
me.
me that he
But
didn't
I
play
know.
with any
But I
black
know
players, and I
this.
just named
But
you
I
two
know
black
this.
players he
He
played
I
grew
with.
up
know
in the
this.
hood, Joe.
I
Joe, he grew
come
up
on,
in the
man.
hood, Joe.
But
He really did.
hey, Dave. Hey, look. I know this. I know this for a
He
fact.
was the exception.
If the ABA did not exist then, and they let the NBA black players, all the black players playing in the NBA when Bob Cousy played, he would not have been in the league. He would not be a top 50 player because he dribbled with one hand and they will lock that shit up.
Like you would lock him up, right?
I will too. Yes.
You would
I
got
hope
your
there's some
ass
scouts
lit up
listening
like a
right
Christmas
now.
Yes.
tree.
Hey, Trav, can Bob
Yes.
Cousy dribble with more than one hand? Yes or no?
I thought he could.
Man, that motherfucker dribbled with one hand, bro.
Oh, I was
Was he good?
laughing.
Was he good with that one hand?
You see, look at number
That
15 right
motherfucker
there,
put that
picking his ass
that
off the
motherfucker put
ground
that
after he just got
basketball
his
with that
ankles
right
broke
hand,
by
bro.
fucking Kuzi.
Let's let Mr. Static speak right quick. Angelo getting ready to speak.
Man, let D'Angelo go.
Can't hear
D'Angelo
you,
said
Joe. I mean, Angelo, we can't hear you. You got a lot of stuff, man. We really can't hear you.
That shit sounds like UFOs.
Yeah, like his voice ain't even coming through. Hey, go again, Angelo.
Hey, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with Joe. I will beat the shit down Bob Cousy. You know what I'm
You be in the hospital with a broke ankle, fucking around with Bob Cousy.
You be number 15 right there.
Bob
Look at number
Cousy will break
15,
your
just
ankles,
getting up
Angelo.
after he got his ankles broke. Look
saying?
at him.
Angelo,
Check
yeah, Bob
Bob.
Cousy will break
Yeah,
your
Bob
ankles,
Cousy
man.
gonna go ahead and make that shot.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
You're gonna be number
Max,
15 right there. Look at you.
Max said Bob Cousy will break your ankles, man.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
He'll break them
let me
over
Fuck
and
around,
over
Bob
and
Cousy.
over and over again.
Over and over.
D'Angelo and Joe be in the
You saw
hospital
how he
with
was
He'll kill
broke
like
doing
a
them
ankles.
Nelly
guys right
song
there.
to you. You hate Nelly too after that.
Hey, look, and if
man,
you looking at the guy on the back, you would think that motherfucker playing football. He got his own hand in the dirt.
I hip
You think
check
they
that
would
hey,
just
look.
let
little
them do
motherfucker in
it?
his
Hey,
face.
D'Angelo. Hey, D'Angelo, look. Hey, look. Let me explain something to y'all. Magic Johnson himself said when they talked about Larry Bird, he said, "No, I gotta go see if this white boy could really hoop." He said, "Ain't no white boy fucking with me." That's how we feel. And now you're talking about a motherfucker that could dribble with one fucking hand.
Where you think
No,
Magic Johnson
no,
got his passes from? Bob
man, stop
Cousy
it, man.
and Pistol Pete
Pistol Pete was cold.
and Elgin Baylor.
Pistol Pete was cold. Pistol Pete was cold. Pistol
Bob
Pete was
Cousy,
cold.
Bob
I
Bob
play
Cousy will
Cousy
with
break
wasn't.
your damn
Well,
ankles.
who was the first
Bob,
showman? Who was the first showman in the NBA?
you talking about
Fast
the
break.
motherfucking
Bob
Converse?
Cousy showed
What he
people
had
how to
on?
do it.
Man.
Man,
Joe, you number 15 in the picture. You and D'Angelo, y'all number 15 in that picture.
There's another
Nah, here
white
go
dude.
Angelo right here, number 22 behind him. We ain't gonna do Angelo like that.
Hey, hey, look how he
Where
dribbling.
that motherfucker go?
Look how he dribbling. Look how he dribbling, man. It's
Hold
so
on. Time
serious,
out. Time
man.
out. Basketball trivia.
If
Who?
somebody dribble like that on me, bro, I ain't lying.
Okay,
Man,
stop. I got a serious question now for the panel. Actually, just one person. Who's number 22? Real quick.
Elgin Baylor, man. I just said it.
Oh, I know you know, Dave. Shit. Did you know that, Joe?
What did I tell you, man?
Joe didn't know that.
Oh,
What
no.
did I tell y'all? I'm like Gilbert Arenas, bro. I don't
Is,
know
What?
these
is that, you
fucking
think
60
Elgin
players,
Baylor's a
dog.
scrub?
But who me?
Yeah.
I never
Elgin
saw
Baylor,
Elgin Baylor play.
hey, Elgin Baylor look like he going the other way with that motherfucker, just like me.
You gonna have a broke ankle, D'Angelo.
No, that's
Elgin
2
Baylor
points.
can't.
You going the other way.
Elgin Baylor can't fuck with KD. I tell you that.
He went fucking with Bob. He went fucking with Bob Cousy on that play out.
I bet you
Look
age.
at it.
I bet you
Picture
age.
speak 1,000 words.
I bet you KD. I bet you KD will destroy the aging Elgin Baylor.
Man, Bob Cousy would have dribbled all between his legs, man. What you talking about?
Look at him, bro. Look, just put up that and then put up Kyrie dribbling. You gonna
Oh
fucking
man,
fall out your motherfucking chair, bro.
who do you think Kyrie
Look at this
imitated
shit,
when?
bro.
Joe,
Can you pull up
do you
any
D'Angelo.
remember?
footage
Joe, do you
of
remember the
Elgin?
D'Angelo.
game?
Any
Joe,
of
do you
these?
D'Angelo,
remember the
look how
game?
he dribbling, bro.
Joe, do you remember the game when Kyrie had played against Alonzo Ball and them, the Lakers, when he was with Boston Celtics, right? And he was dribbling around the whole team. Who do you think he did a tribute to? That honored you? That
Curly
was
Neal.
Bob
Curly Neal. That was
Cousy,
Curly
man.
Neal. That was Curly Neal.
All right, man. I'll pull it up for you though.
Curly Neal. You're not
Hey
gonna
man,
tell me you
y'all
didn't.
excuse my microphone. I got Wi-Fi issues over here.
All good,
That's
brother.
cool.
Hey D'Angelo, you said you couldn't wait till the second round, man. I know you was mad at something Jake said, man. Go ahead, man.
Man, I don't even remember, man, because y'all went on so long. But I tell you what, you know what I'm saying. Bob
I'm so
Cousy
scared to
wouldn't be
bring
able
up
to fuck with
somebody
me.
else, man. I'm scared to bring up Bob Pettit.
Man, you better not bring up nobody named Bob from the '60s.
That ain't no shit, bro.
I'm dead
I'm
serious.
just
Joe
gonna
number
call Robert.
15.
I'm not
Joe
gonna
and
lie to you,
D'Angelo,
man.
they number 15. Oh my God, what happened to me? Whoa, my God.
Hey Jake, I understand that shit looked impressive back there in the day when y'all
You
goddamn
number
it moved
15.
fucking left to right. When
Oh,
y'all
you number
moved left to
15.
right. You heard what Gilbert Arenas said, goddamn it, y'all east to left dribblers.
You
Motherfucker
do
coming north
realize
to
that
south
Agent
on your
Zero has
ass.
never won anything, right?
You realize Agent
Gilbert
Zero
Arenas ain't
bust
no Hall
Bob
of
Cousy
Famer
ass.
either.
You know
No,
Gilbert
Gilbert
Arenas will
Arenas wear
bust
a
Bob
dress.
Cousy ass, right?
Man,
You know,
I don't think older means better. You know what I'm saying? We got Jake on this motherfucker. He just think older means better and shit.
Hey,
Misinterpretation.
watch your mouth.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Just because your mic working, I hear what you're saying now. Damn it.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this.
Uh-oh.
I don't give a.
Come on.
I don't give a. Can't nobody from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Can't none of them motherfuckers fuck with KD. You know what I'm saying? Not now one of 'em. You go get Wilt Chamberlain and you know what I'm saying? Clyde Frazier, whoever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Can't none of them motherfuckers fuck
Clyde
with.
Marley. You can put them
You
together.
know what I'm saying? They can't
Clyde
fuck
Marley.
with KD. Let's
Fucking
be
Magic
clear.
Worthy. You get all
Yeah.
that. KD gonna give
No,
them all 40.
y'all motherfuckers tweaking, man. Y'all ain't
Oh,
nothing
so
wrong with paying respect. Ain't nothing wrong with paying respect to the old school, but let's not be ludicrous with the shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
upset you. That's what upset you when I said Tom Chambers would like KD up. That's what upset you.
It upset me when Max said Dan Marvin.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't think Thunder Dan would give
You said who?
KD headaches?
Max said Dan
Marley.
Marvin.
Dan Marley.
Yeah.
You
Dan
said
Marley.
Thunder Dan.
Thunder Dan.
Dan Marley from the Suns.
I think it's about to storm here inside my house. Yeah, Thunder Dan, bro. Serious. He would give KD headaches. Same Tom
Dan Marley.
Dan Marley.
Oh
Absolutely.
my God, man.
No, sir.
Y'all gotta be kidding me. Trav, you gonna let them say this about your boy, man?
Hey, Joe, you don't see that hook shot that man putting on him?
I
He lighting their ass up.
Oh, he'll light you up with that hook shot, man.
That motherfucker got one hand.
Look at that
He
shit.
light your ass up.
I'm gonna
Stop
make his
the
ass
count,
dribble
Joe.
left.
He's
Man,
shooting
stop
left
the
and
capping, Joe.
right-handed, man. What are you
Trav,
talking about?
Trav, you
You
hear them
need,
talking about KD, man. I know you ain't finna sit back and take this, man.
nah, I ain't going with that bullshit right there. Nah.
Trav ain't finna let them talk about his
Oh
boy
hell
KD,
nah.
man.
I think Rodman will give KD headaches.
Boy,
Nah.
I'm going the other way with all that shit he doing on the screen right there. Give me that
He
cookies.
only
Can't
going
block
right,
it.
bro.
You can't block
Look,
it.
all right. Look, he ain't win. Look at this bullshit,
He
bro.
just went
Nah,
left.
he
He
go
don't right left.
He just
He just
shot with his
went
left
left.
hand and he
Bro,
went
you
left.
honestly think
Now
I'm
he's
gonna
shot
let
with
them?
his right.
Look
just
how he fucking
Joe.
shooting.
You
You
don't know
really think that
directions,
shit?
man. I can't talk
Hey
to you.
man,
You don't know directions, man. That's fucked
That
up.
man was a
Well, he just went
magician
left
out there.
behind his back, bro. Come on.
hey man,
Man, that man
it
was
was
a
a
magician
magician.
out there on the court. You
Hey
need to go
Trav,
back and watch it.
Yeah.
hey
Right. He
Trav,
was
it
a
was a
magician out
magician,
there,
all right.
Trav.
It was a
That's why I
magician,
was
all
laughing
right.
when he said he can't do the you number one hand. I'm like, man.
That man was a magician out there, man.
It was a
Yeah, he
magician,
couldn't
all
shoot
right.
that well at all. He couldn't shoot like to score that well.
He was a
Nah.
magician, all right.
He could he only reason why Bob Cousy was able to score as many points and all of that. I mean, it was league average to shoot. He was shooting under 40%, but you had Big Bill back there, so it didn't hurt him as much.
Did you watch how they were playing
But
the
passing,
pace?
dribbling is
But the pace
undeniable.
was it was a fast pace.
Right.
They were playing
That
at a
was pretty much
fast
league
pace.
average. It was pretty much league average, so he ain't hurt him too much. But not in today's world game. But man, this man, you talking about passing that IQ? You don't think he can do something in today's game? Probably not. Yeah, maybe I don't know.
That's why I be telling you, Billy Joy and D'Angelo, man, the game different. A lot of that shit these players doing now,
Man, this great
how the
moves.
game was, they weren't gonna be able to do that shit. So it looked pretty right now, but
He
if
was forced to dribble the ball hand to hand, like Max was mentioning earlier. No rotation, just hand to hand, pop, 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 pop. That's why you saw all of that, Joe.
Man, look
you had plenty of players had ball handle.
Yeah, he started out with his left, went to his
They
right
could
just
shoot
now.
too.
Just like that, he passed it, went to the left, straight to the right.
Man, barbecue chicken.
I would
That
destroy
was
that
left
man.
hand
right there.
to the right.
Look at that. Oof.
Once again, that was a left-handed pass.
Y'all see them highlight? They ain't slow like y'all think. Like y'all keep saying they more athletic, they more
That was a
skilled.
right hand.
That's
That was a right-handed skill
bullshit.
going back to a
Who's
left-handed
doing
pass.
that in today's game, though? Who's really doing that and getting away?
Where's the black players at, man?
What?
They on his
The
team.
ones that don't look white. What are you talking about? There's
They on
one.
the floor.
There's two. What are you?
They
Yeah.
black.
What are you
Yep.
talking about?
They on the floor.
Oh, yeah, they on.
I don't see a black motherfucker in sight.
What?
I see Bill Russell. That's all I see. I don't see a black motherfucker in sight.
They Joe out
All
the
you see is,
chain.
but
1,
all you
2,
see is my
3.
motherfucker.
Throw your ass off the
1,
chain,
2,
man.
3.
You see Bill Russell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like there's the same amount as there's white people. What are we talking about?
Man.
You're telling me there's no black people there?
I don't understand
What about
that.
that? No black people, huh?
All I see is Bill Russell.
Me too.
That's the only one y'all know.
It's the only
I like
motherfucker
that.
that's out there.
You know
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
Joe? You be that cab driver, but your ass wouldn't be in playing professional ball. You just be
Man,
a
all
damn
them
cab
motherfuckers,
driver.
all them
If I
They
goddamn
played
would
like I
fouls
light
they
play,
got
your
coming
ass
in there.
up.
if I play how I play now in the '60s, I'd be Michael fucking Jordan.
You'd
Fucking
be a
You
man.
be,
cab driver
you
that would
be,
ask your
That was
hell
client
yeah,
for
1960.
directions.
That's who we played
yep.
against,
Joe,
cab
Joe,
drivers.
Joe, I think Bob Cool will run you off the court.
Me
He'll
too,
run
He'd
you
Trav.
off.
light your ass up.
I might well say
Hey,
I'll bust
Trav, me
Bobby.
too, man.
I'll bust Bobby
Hey, how we
Hurley
get there?
ass.
Me too, man. Me too, bro. I
Fucking
know it's gonna
Bob.
be embarrassing, bro. It's gonna be embarrassing, Joe. It
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is, bro.
yeah.
It's gonna be embarrassing, man.
Alright, y'all can think
It's gonna
that.
be embarrassing, bro.
It's
You
gonna be
don't
a
get it,
bit.
bro. You don't get it,
They
man.
go.
It's gonna
You
be
know what they go.
embarrassing.
You know
The
what they
ugly
gonna
shit
do to
you
me.
call the ugly so ugly is gonna be effective like a motherfucker, man.
You know what they
It's
gonna
gonna
do
be like
after
that
I
old
bust his
dude in the
ass.
gym, man. That old dude in the gym at the YMCA, man. I'm telling you.
You know what they gonna do.
Call the police because you been about
They
damn
gon'
beat him up.
they gon' end segregation. They gonna end segregation. How I'm gonna do that, white boy? That's what the fuck they gonna
he'll,
do. They
he'll
gonna
light
end
your ass up
segregation.
like a
They
Christmas
gonna be
tree.
like, oh no, we gotta put these motherfuckers back in order. Cause I'm gonna destroy his ass. I'm gonna bake his ass.
When they stop the game and put you on that gurney,
I'm gonna destroy
take
that
you to the
motherfucker.
hospital for that broke ankle.
I'm gonna destroy that
Bro,
motherfucker,
look at
bro.
all
You know
these people they showing on the
I've
screen.
been
They just showed
hooping. I've been hooping since I was fucking
They just
4,
showed your
man.
boy Kyrie. Kyrie been
Man.
where
Look
you
at
think
this.
Kyrie get them snatchback
Look at
moves from?
my
See, bro, this is how I know
Man,
you. I'm gonna start it over. This is how I know you ain't been watching the game,
I don't need to watch this shit, bro. You're not gonna
bro.
convince
Look,
me that
look.
Bob
I'm sure,
Cousy was
bro.
cold, bro.
Come on, bro. We all. You
You're
say
not
you
gonna
wanted to
convince
learn
me that.
something.
I don't need to. I know he can't hoop. I
See,
know he
bro,
ain't
you
gonna hoop.
hating, bro. Man, come on, man.
I'm
This shit
not
on the
fucking.
screen,
I
bro.
don't. You don't need to show me that, bro. He's not impressive to me. If it was, if the
Kyrie ain't
ABA,
impressive.
if the ABA did not exist when he played, he will not be a
Look,
top 50 player.
look, look at him. Bam.
He killing them.
yes. 2 championships with the Knicks in
This is what I was telling
1970 and
Angelo. Like,
1973.
not
What do
so
we?
fast because you got a guy named Earl Monroe. That's what I mentioned to Angelo. Not so fast. And if Kyrie is better, then he's barely by a look, but he got the edge. But that don't make Earl Monroe ain't no slouch, man.
Shit, man.
They didn't call him the Pearl for nothing.
Earl to Pearl.
Yeah, the
Oh
move.
my god, man! Y'all gotta be kidding me, bro.
That's Kyrie on the screen.
Y'all, Kyrie better than everybody you just put up there on that motherfucker.
Just put nothing but Kyrie. You see what I'm saying, Max? Can't win for loot. Can't win for nothing. Everybody,
I'm talking
Kyrie
about
been
Earl
playing the whole
Monroe,
time.
all the motherfuckers. Kyrie
Chris
destroy
Paul.
all their ass.
Yeah.
Nate Archibald would light Kyrie up. And they about the same size.
Hey, Archibald get his ass
They
Tiny.
destroyed
about the
by
same
Kyrie.
size. Nate
That
Archibald
motherfucker,
would light him up
that
until
motherfucker, boy.
Kyrie can win the
What kind of
until
shoes? What kind of
Kyrie
shoes he wore? Some motherfucking
wins the
Converse.
scoring title
Gonna get his
and
ass
the assist
destroyed.
title in the same year. Kyrie ain't in the same category as Nate Archibald.
All right, man.
You seen Bob
Until Kyrie win the scoring title and the assist title in the same year, Kyrie can't be mentioned in the same breath as Nate Archibald.
Kyrie will average 80 points in the 80s, bro.
Why
Are you
ain't
serious?
do it now?
Kyrie
The
will average
game
80
the
points, bro.
game why Kyrie should be averaging 80 now. Back in
You
the
talking about
80s,
them
um,
scrubs that was in the 80s, bro? Them damn dishwashers.
back
In
in
the
the
80s,
80s,
bro? Man, you mean
yeah,
the
Fucking
60s?
dishwashers, bro. You talking about
back in the
crack
80s
era,
there
bro?
wasn't no
Stop it, bro.
dishwasher.
It was
No,
dishwashers. It was crack babies.
not in the 80s.
It was that's the crack era,
Name
bro.
one.
Man,
Name one
man, you
in the
know, I said,
80s. Name one
Everybody that
in the
was on the
80s.
fucking Bulls. Everybody that was on the Bulls.
Everybody
Not
were
in the
what?
80s.
Everybody that was
You,
on the fucking Bulls
you're
in the 80s
talking out
talk
your
that shit.
ass. You're
Are you
talking out
saying
your ass.
Bulls?
When
Yeah,
Jordan came in the
in the
league,
80s.
Jordan
Everybody
played
on
with
the Bulls in the
dishwashers,
'80s,
bro.
aside from Jordan, you had other players that are good players. Orlando Woolridge, you had Charles Oakley.
Oh
Orlando
my
So
God,
Woolridge,
man.
George Irvin. Yeah, but
yeah,
And you think
I
they could
mean,
guard Kyrie?
what?
You think they could
what's
guard
the
Kyrie?
position?
Do I think they can guard Kyrie? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Yeah.
they could.
God.
George the Iceman Gervin. Do I think
Will
he
get
can guard Kyrie?
will get his ass destroyed by Kyrie.
You just be talking out your ass because you don't know about the players that you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think you've
You
ever
don't.
seen the Iceman play. If you're
He,
saying
he
these
ain't seen none of them play. He just
crazy
Y'all
talking
got
stuff,
to
out of his
kill
ass.
me, bro.
that's
He
why I'm
talking
shaking my
out of
head
his
because
ass,
I can't
blowing
even
Y'all
smoke.
gotta
compare.
stop it with the cap, bro. Like, stop it, man.
It ain't. It's
He
not
just
capping.
blowing
If you
smoke.
have it, dude,
Y'all talking
listen.
about Kyrie Irving, bro.
Compared to who?
Yeah.
You can't say compared to everybody who played in the
Man,
'60s,
is y'all
'70s, '80s,
serious,
and
bro?
'90s, because that's just that's a nonsense comment.
Stop it, man. John Stockton
No,
averaged 20.
what?
John Stockton averaged 20 and 10.
And
Go on,
Dennis Johnson will lock Kyrie up.
Yep.
Who?
Dennis Johnson.
Oh my God, man. All right,
Dennis
man.
Johnson,
Y'all got it,
ex-player
man.
for the Celtics.
Ron,
Y'all got it.
Ron Harper would
Fuck out of
lock
here, man.
Kyrie down.
This man said
Harwood
Ron
for
Ron
sure.
Harper.
Harper. Ron Harper would lock
Ron Harper.
Kyrie down.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Ron
Nope.
Harper.
Why are you wow because you're surprised, or
Wow.
wow because you
No,
don't
because
believe it?
this is
Are we still talking
blasphemy.
about this one-armed
This
Special
is
Olympics thing?
crazy. This is
Sidney
crazy.
Moffrey would lock Kyrie down.
Why y'all so sure that the yesteryear motherfuckers could lock somebody down and they can't nobody lock Kyrie down today?
You know why? Because they ain't playing real basketball today. That's not why.
Boom. I would have to agree. They're
Oh
not
my
playing. They can get
God,
touched by a
man.
finger, look for a
Get the
foul,
fuck out of here
and
with
it
that shit, Jake.
makes it all the no. It's the look at the game. Look how they're playing. There is a
Older
reason
is not
for it.
older is not better.
No one's saying that
Older is
older is
not
better,
better, man. These
but
motherfuckers.
certain people
Hey,
have certain skill sets.
first and foremost, these dudes are in way better shape. Way better
Stop it,
shape.
man. They
You
don't play
stop.
82 games.
No. They don't play 82. Hey, they're a little
And
softer. They softer.
They play
yeah.
they
Oh,
play about 55 games.
They
and
softer.
um
I ain't
um
saying that.
and after they play about 5 games, they set out a game. What they call that? What that player management or some bullshit?
Load
I'm
management.
not
If
saying that they're not
load
soft.
management.
They soft. They softer. I'm not saying that they not. But to think that these dudes are physically will be physically intimidated by these older motherfuckers. Stop that bullshit. Bill Laimbeer
Just
weighed
think about it.
220 pounds.
Just think about it.
What about
If
Karl
the
Malone?
older guy, yeah, if the older guy had the same equipment as they got today, these guys would be even better
Hey Jake,
than they
Anthony
were
Mason. Anthony
in
Mason
their
was a
era.
beast.
It
Charlie
ain't the
Moore.
equipment, it's the style of play.
do you know
It's a different style of play.
Bill Laimbeer was Wemby size.
Bill Laimbeer.
He was Wemby size. I pinched the shit out of Bill Laimbeer.
Bill Laimbeer was a
I
scary.
wish
He
Bill
fight
Laimbeer
like a
would.
street fighter. Make
I
it
wish Bill Lambier would. I slap the shit out of him, man. All that they little skinny motherfuckers back in the 80s, man, they would be getting their ass whooped.
He would take the slap. He would be all right. He wouldn't call foul. He'd keep playing. He wouldn't expect the foul to be called. The game would go
No, he'd
on.
get his little ass whooped. That's what he would do.
Man,
Maybe
that's just like Wemby
Robert
right now.
Parrish beat the shit out of him.
Wemby,
And you know what
if
happened? No call, no foul. The game went on. No
Y'all keep
ejection.
thinking,
Nothing.
y'all keep thinking size don't matter and shit. Size matter.
man, listen, if
Them little
Wemby
motherfuckers would be
played,
getting their ass whooped.
if Wemby played in them time, he wouldn't be doing none of the shit he doing right now.
Man, if Wemby played in them times, he'd average 75 fucking points.
He'll be a Manu Bowl. That's what he'll be.
You know, he'll average 75 goddamn points.
Hell nah, that shit, he wouldn't even be able to get in the paint. And
I
Man,
would
y'all-
love to see
hey.
Wemby go up against Shaq, and then you
He'll
tell me he's
be-
going to get 75 points.
Y'all show them old motherfuckers too much
he'll be
respect.
slanging up threes just like Manu Bowl used to shoot threes. That's what his ass to be doing.
7'2" at 300 plus pounds versus Wemby, who looks like he hasn't had protein in a while.
What would Bill Lambier do against the Joker?
What do you mean?
Man, he'll shut his ass
What I
down.
just say, the Joker would toss his ass like a rag doll. Your
I don't
toughest
know
dudes,
No, because
your
because-
toughest dudes from the 80s would be goddamn it getting their ass whooped.
the
The
toughest dudes
Joker,
from the
You
80s
done
are
lost
for a
your
reason.
mind.
They
the
played
Joker
tough,
can't talk
had a tough
Draymond Green.
mentality, and they established their dominance because they had to. It was a tougher game. They had to be tougher players, and they had to establish their dominance. Just like, hey, you got to be king of the jungle. There's no
Hey,
difference.
put it like this: Patrick Beverly will break Vernon Maxwell jaw. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you crazy, man.
You
All
done
them
lost your damn mind. Ron,
tough-
I'll tell you this. Ron
Vernon
Artest would beat
Maxwell?
the hell out of
Vernon
Patrick
Maxwell.
Beverly.
all them
Vernon
tough
Maxwell.
Tony, tough Tony motherfuckers from the 70s and 80s and 90s will be getting their ass whooped.
Ron Artest would beat the hell out
Yeah,
of
man.
Patrick Beverly. Get the hell out of here with that.
Patrick
You know
Beverly,
that's a bullshit, you have to love. But
I'm
they
just
used to
saying,
fight.
man, y'all showing too much love for the
They too
for the
soft
old
now.
motherfuckers, man.
These young motherfuckers too soft.
These young
Need to
motherfuckers
drink
too
some gas.
big, babe. I mean,
They
Trav.
need
These
to
young
drink.
motherfuckers too
They,
big.
they need some damn whole
Which
milk.
ones? Which ones are too big?
These new
Which ones?
motherfuckers playing today, they too big.
You're telling me that Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama versus somebody like, oh, I don't know.
See, you picking the two skinniest motherfuckers in the league.
You said big. You said, okay, who do you want me to pick? Who would you like for me to
Pick Joker. Pick Joel Embiid.
Okay,
Pick them.
Joker and Joel Embiid would have a fit with Shaq. Either one of them. Absolutely.
Patrick Ewing,
Patrick Ewing,
Akeem.
Akeem,
Listen,
Rick
man, I
Smith.
I thought we were
I
talking
put-
about the weak ass 60s and 70s or the fuck.
listen, man. I put
talking about
Brad
Shaq.
Daugherty and Larry Nance on their ass.
Yeah, wherever
Yeah.
happened to Brad Doherty?
Yep.
We can't forget about Brad Doherty. Can't forget
Yep.
about Larry Nance.
Brad
Shut
Doherty
their ass,
wouldn't
shut
be
them
able to
down.
make it up and down the court. He wouldn't
Larry
be able to
Nance
make it
will
up and
dunk
down the
all
court.
on it. Man, Larry Nance got he'll windmill on them motherfuckers.
Who?
Yep.
Larry
Brad-
Nance,
Larry
Brad
Nance.
he'll windmill
Nance.
all over them
Won the
motherfuckers.
what year was that when he won slam dunk championships? 83 or 84?
Man, we
Larry
ain't
Nance.
talking about no
I forgot what
motherfucking.
year.
Hey, we ain't talking about no motherfucking substitutes.
Oh,
Shit.
Larry Nance is a fucking substitute.
Larry Nance is a legacy player. Ever heard of Larry Nance Jr.? Just saying.
Yeah,
Obviously, those genes run in the family, and they're both
yeah, but
talented enough to
man,
make it in the league.
Larry Nance won a dunk contest and maybe made one All-Star appearance. Other than that, he was a fucking role player.
No, he was a
substitute.
hell of an ABA player.
Yeah,
He
He
was
was
a
an
substitute.
all-star in the ABA, 3 or 4 time all-star.
Yeah, we got to
Man,
recall the
that was a
merger
bad
too,
boy.
which was what, 71, 72?
Larry Nance didn't play in no goddamn ABA.
Yes, he did. Look it up. You think I'm
Hey,
making the shit up? Look it up, brother.
I don't give a fuck
well,
where he played at. He can't fuck
Yeah, I
with no
know him from
Joel
the NBA.
Embiid.
I don't know him about the ABA, but I know the
Fuck
He
NBA.
was
nigga,
in
he
the
can't
Oh
fuck
yeah,
ABA.
he
with.
played in the
You
He
talking
ABA.
started
about?
off in the ABA.
Dr. J was
So,
ABA.
Yeah, I
yep,
know
he
Dr.
started
J,
off in the ABA.
Malone.
Because Larry Nance
Yep.
played with either the Doc or Artist Gilmore in the ABA.
man, Larry
Julius
Nance. Larry
Richardson.
Nance didn't come to. He came to the NBA in 1981. It wasn't no goddamn ABA.
Absolutely.
Larry Nance was still playing in 1994. You the fuck you play? See,
Yeah,
your old ass sleepy, Jake.
yeah. I said I don't know about the ABA. I know about the NBA.
That motherfucker. All the ABA players 80 years old.
I'll tell you who should Joker down. What his name? Oster Tag.
Greg
Oh,
Ostertag.
God,
okay.
Greg Ostertag,
Greg
yeah.
Oster Tag. Man, he'll
Mm-hmm.
lock the Joker down.
man, he couldn't stick Luke Longley. Stop it.
Luke Long Luke Long shut him down.
Hey man, look, man,
Ah,
I'm
Longley
done, bro.
definitely
You
getting
got it,
headers.
man. You
Hey, y'all
got it.
hey,
getting him
they
too
they
much
just want
credit. I keep telling y'all he ain't got no competition.
Y'all got it, man. I'm done. You said Luke Longley
they
can
just want
guard
they
for
just
him.
want to say some silly shit at this point.
All the competition he play against want to shoot jumpers and shoot three. They ain't like like a Rudy Gobert. That's his thing, defense. All the rest of them,
That's
they want to shoot
crazy.
jumpers and three.
Okay, nobody that y'all just named guard the perimeter. So how they gonna stop him?
Yeah, that's the thing about a lot of them during that time. It was some of them they could guard the perimeter, but majority
Nobody
of them,
could
nah,
guard the
they
perimeter.
can
Only
they
big
can't
man
guard the
y'all got to
perimeter.
guard the two big men back then that could guard the perimeter
Yeah, because the
is
game will
David
play inside
Robinson,
out.
Yeah, they
And
didn't play the game
Hakeem.
the same way they
Everybody
play
else
now.
is
It
two
was
big
a
ass
it was a
cooks.
different game.
Right, it's better now. Exactly.
No, the game now is doo doo. They ain't
What do you
playing real
think?
No,
What do
basketball.
you think? Why do you think it'll be harder for Joker to fucking score guard for them to easy for them to guard Joker if they can't guard the perimeter?
because Joker has
Joker
to do
gonna go.
everything from the perimeter.
Joker gonna.
He wouldn't be able to do nothing in the inside. That shit
Oh,
he doing now, he
they
wouldn't be
can't
able to
guard
do
the
that shit on the
perimeter.
inside.
They can't guard the perimeter. He's going to destroy their ass.
They'll throw a power forward on him or a
He
small
gonna
forward
destroy
out there
their
when
ass.
he in
He
the
gonna
perimeter.
destroy their ass.
Nah,
He wouldn't destroy
nah,
KG. Don't
nah.
know.
You
No.
get you get he a great player in these times, but he get more credit than he should get. Like far as for talking about an all time great,
You
nah,
snapped.
he
This
ain't
dude is
that.
two-time
He
MVP,
good though. I ain't gonna lie, he
a
good.
Finals MVP. Wow.
It's
He ain't
just
playing
it's
Better
real
just the
ball.
style of
accolades.
play.
You know he got better
Yeah.
accolades than David Robinson, right? And
Man, it
if he
don't
win the
matter
ring
about
this
the
year,
Yeah.
MVPs and all that, but
and if he win the
he
ring this year, he gonna have better accolades than Hakeem Olajuwon.
man, I take David Robinson or the dream over him any day.
Yep.
Yeah,
You gonna lose
I
because he
say he
gonna
good.
destroy
He just
their ass.
ain't that. It's just the style of play. Right now, I tell Dave this all the time. If I was running a team, I
Bro,
have
Hakeem
four
couldn't
big
guard Kevin
motherfuckers,
McHale.
centers
Kevin
and power
McHale used to
forward going
kill.
in that game.
Hey,
We
look,
playing inside out. We going back to inside out.
Kevin
And
McHale
still
used
a
to
better
kill
get a
though.
bunch of threes off, but we going from the inside out.
You
We
gonna
wouldn't
lose
play
with
like how the game played now.
that slow ass game you playing while Steph them raining
You
threes.
just you just saw highlights of Bob Cousy and them and saw how fast they were playing. So that's a myth about
Man,
like certain like okay, some of the areas,
man,
yeah, it was the scoring
twos.
was down,
You shoot your
but
twos.
right now all they doing is running back and forth on the court. They really just out there freestyle. They ain't running
You
no
shoot your
plays. So
twos
that don't mean
while
the
they shoot
game better because
threes
they
and you gonna
jacking
lose.
53 a game.
You shoot your twos while they shoot their threes and you gonna lose.
No,
I
because they ain't
mean,
going to hit.
You gonna
They
have
ain't hitting
86
it.
points and they gonna have 140. Don't beat your
No,
ass by
because
see,
60.
to be real about it, the game slow down when the playoffs come. Even though they play fast pace all during the year, majority of the playoffs, the games you see, the scoring ain't gonna be the same like regular season.
Man, they
See,
still
that's how
shoot
they
threes,
fool
so
you.
that's all
But if
that
you
matters.
watching the playoff,
The
the,
team
the
that
the
hit the most
scores ain't the
threes win
same.
the championship. The team that hit the most threes win the championships.
Nah, Golden State the only team that won the championship shooting all them threes like that.
What you
So
think? What you
so
think Denver did
don't
last
let
year?
the media fool you about that.
What you think Denver did last year?
They shot three, but they just had the better team. The overall team
But
over
they
them other
shot
teams they
threes.
played.
But they shot threes though.
I mean, everybody shoot threes, but
They won with a big man.
they not shooting them at a high clip like during the season. None
Jokic
of them
was
teams
shooting
besides Golden
nothing but
State.
threes. Jokic was shooting threes last year in the playoffs
Golden
though.
State might do that. Phoenix might do that. But a lot of them other teams, they not shooting all them threes like that in the
Man, look,
playoffs.
ever since goes, you better hit some threes. If you don't hit no threes, you're not winning no championship. And you talking about playing inside out. You gonna score 62 points.
I mean, if that the case, Golden State had
That
the best
inside
two
out
three
shit don't
point
work
shooters
no
in the
more, man.
league. They should have been winning every year then.
Because they ran against Big Yoke. They ran up against Big Yoke. Big Yoke out here by them and changing shit back around, so you gotta need a big man.
I mean, when LeBron beat them, he wasn't shooting. They wasn't shooting all them threes like them, but they still
LeBron
beat
was
'em.
shooting threes. They had
Not like
KCP.
Golden State.
KCP was lighting their ass up.
Yeah, that the case. Golden State. Shit, they had Clay and
Who you
Steph so
say?
long. They ought
Did
to
you
have
I
say?
10
told you.
championships.
I told you.
Did you
Yoke
say
changing it back
CP3?
around. Yoke is changing it back around.
Did you say
Nah, he
CP3?
No, I said KCP, Jake.
All
Contagious
right.
cargo pulp.
and I just told you about Joker the other night. Yeah, they won them 2 years, but all the few years before that, while he was playing, they were getting bounced out the first round.
Okay. Well, what that mean?
And when they did make it farther than that, Dame Lillard put their ass out. That was the farthest they made it before
But
they
everybody
they
you just
they
named
finally
besides the
made it.
greats don't have a lot of rings either. So what is you talking about? You said David Robinson. He got one ring.
Nah, what I was saying, cause you was talking about whoever made the most threes. That's who win the championship. And
They
I'm
do.
letting you know that's
They
a myth.
usually win.
What you saying?
Oh, okay.
Cause the team with the most threes don't win the championship. That ain't how it
I,
go.
I bet you if you look it up, the team that hit the most threes win championships.
Look it up. I ain't gonna look it up because I know that's some bullshit.
The team that hits the most threes wins championships in
Mm,
this era or just in general?
No, in this era.
That's a good question. I
That ain't
don't know.
that
I
ain't
wouldn't
true.
say overall. I wouldn't say overall because the game have changed. The
Right.
game have changed to a perimeter style basketball game. They 2 pointers are not valued. It's layups and threes. That's it.
Threes are definitely more valuable, not only
Right.
in point
Analytics I
value,
took over.
but as far as what's wanted in this day's league. But at the same time, and they again, skill wise, it takes more skill the further you're away from the basket to make the shot. So the shot itself is going to be more difficult. So it's going to take more skill in order for you to master that shot from that distance in order for it to go in and make that shot. But at the same time, what you brought up just now is actually really interesting to find out whether or not there's a parallel between how successful you are in championship wins and bringing home chips as a 3 point shooting team versus 2 points. So that's something that we had to look into. That's good. That's good stuff.
I don't think the
Because
team
if you
that
look
That's
at it,
cap.
basketball. I
let's
That's
think
look
the
at
cap.
team
Golden
that hit the
State in
most.
2016 and parallel that with Cleveland. Now, we all know that Golden State historically known for their 3 point shot. So in that particular year, just going by
They
what
hit
we
the
know,
most.
yeah. But they end up losing, and
No,
even
I'm
after
talking.
being up 3-1.
I'm not talking about
They
season.
also
I'm
hit.
not
They
talking about
also shoot a
season
lot of
while.
mid ranges too. But people don't. A lot of tools that people don't account for.
Yeah, but in 3 points, as far as Cleveland goes for 2016, it's not something they were generally known for. They were known for, playing a
But they
No,
game.
did.
they was
No,
known for
no,
shooting
no, no.
threes.
They adjusted to it. I already looked at
They
those numbers.
adjusted to
They
Did you?
adjusted to it. That's how you stay in the thick of things, and that's why everybody start copycatting because that
So
was the new
Yeah,
there's
you
wave.
remember that year they had J.R. Smith, they had Kyrie, they had
Kevin Love,
James
That
Jones, Kevin Love.
Tristan
Yeah,
Thompson,
they had 3-point shooters, man.
yeah, I
Dellavedova,
mean,
Remember,
the
just
big
Kyrie
having
ones.
three
won.
point.
Kyrie big
Everybody
shot
got
was a
3-point
3-pointer.
shooter.
Yeah, everybody got 3-point shooters.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah.
But yeah, that was part of their game plan. Was those 3-pointers
It,
they hit 4 more 3-pointers than you or 5 or 6 more. That's 6 extra points on the board.
it's like Dave said, teams had to adjust to what the Golden State was doing. If you didn't adjust to what they was doing, they was gonna run rabbit on the league. You gotta adjust. They were
I
shooting
don't.
threes and you were shooting twos.
But it,
You
it
wasn't
don't
gonna
really
win.
come down to who shot the most, who made the most. I mean, shot the most. It's
I would say
about
who
who,
more efficient.
yeah, who's more efficient out there on the three
Right. I
point
would say
line.
who more efficient.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, the team that was more efficient could afford to shoot more and stuff like that. But anybody just couldn't do that. Like Max said, you got to have the skill going from that far out.
yeah, yeah. You gotta
It's a
have
lot
speed.
easier to make. I mean, think
It's
about
a
even
beautiful
playing
thing.
cards.
It's a beautiful thing though. For the ones that really can hit it.
But even if you think
But
about like a dartboard, you go closer to a dartboard, you can go right up to the bullseye, and boom, you step
pen-
10 feet away from it. That bullseye is going to be a lot smaller and a lot harder to hit. So, same thing with basketball. The
yeah,
further you're away, it's going to be more difficult to make that
yeah,
shot.
we all get that. Yep,
Right.
they know they've been on the court and. But man, but today's game though for the fans, sometimes it is a lot of 3-pointers being put up. Sometimes that can be overwhelming.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, because
considerably.
when you shooting twos, man, a lead is not safe when the team is hitting threes. Like, what would
No,
it
it's
Uh,
take
not.
for a team to
mm.
come back from a 20-point lead now? Two
Oh,
minutes, two,
no,
three
three
minutes?
three is three is better than two. Simple math. It's valued at 150% value, over 100% value.
Yeah, as long as you hitting.
As
Yeah,
long
as
as you
long as
hit.
you hit.
Yeah, that's all it is. Cause you got a bunch of teams every night. When you sitting there and watching the game, and from the beginning to the end, they shooting threes.
Yeah, but it's harder to defend the 3-point line in a way that GMs are looking at it because they're saying that, damn, instead of a paint clogger just being down there in the paint, make them run around the 3-point line. If we hitting this shot at a 34, 35% clip or 37%, that's a lot better than trying to hit at a 50% clip from the two.
I don't know. You live by it and you die by it. They already been
Yeah.
said a while back about Boston. Boston shoot too many threes. And see, when the playoffs come, you got to think if they run against one of these teams and they three not hitting like they supposed
They,
to,
they already have.
they gonna be out the playoff.
They already have, bro. This ain't the first year.
Now they
Yeah,
they shooting even more this year. They
yeah,
shooting even more,
yeah.
and they looking at how good their team is. They number one in the league or whatever. But playoff time, if it don't go the right way for them, they'll be out. Just like before.
Well, at least they'll get Joe a call before they get Bob Cousy a call. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Dave, yo, that's great.
yeah. They don't need no dribbling.
Yeah,
No
that's
dribbling.
Dave. Uh, yeah, I get that call up before Bob Cousy, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I want to
man.
play Bob Cousy in a one-on-one. Somebody get in contact with him. I'm gonna bust his old. I'm gonna destroy his old ass.
Man,
Bob Cousy gonna bust your
Pause,
ass, bro.
man. Pause, man.
He
how old
gonna
ball cool is?
pause.
Somebody get in contact
80.
with Bob Cousy. I play him
Man, I
one-on-one right
believe.
now.
And Trav, people don't
I think
understand. Just because he that old don't mean he can't play, bro. I'm like straight up.
Yes,
that,
it do.
that's
These
what I was
professionals
gonna
are.
say.
I'm telling you,
Yes,
man.
it do.
Tra-
That's what I was
will
gonna
somebody
say.
help this man out? Like
Yes, it
all,
do.
all jokes aside, all jokes aside. Max, have you ever seen? But Trav sound
Ain't
like he
no
have.
80-year-old man gonna
Max,
beat
you
me.
ever seen 70-year-olds in the gym and you like they're not supposed to be doing that?
Go
Here, I'll
find him.
give everybody the best example. It's like
60,
saying Arnold
70.
Schwarzenegger isn't strong anymore and he can't lift weights.
Oh man, that's terrible. Hey Trav, what about you?
What do you mean that's
Go get
terrible?
him.
Look how big that man is. He's
We talking about
beast like.
basketball,
Uh,
man. I done seen him in the
uh,
gym.
I've seen some old cats, not that old, but I've seen some in there.
Cap,
I've seen some like in their
let me tell
60s.
y'all since y'all haven't seen. I've seen dudes them in their 70s, bro, early 70s, bro. They was too good, man. It was like
Michael Jordan wouldn't beat
they
me at
wearing a
70 years
mask.
old, bro. I'm not
Michael
going,
Jordan's
bro.
60 and he'll beat you.
I'm not going, bro. He better get his
All right.
old ass on, bro.
Wow, man, this is crazy. Michael Jordan's 60 and he'll beat you, man.
Oh, you see, he ain't holding them camps no more because everybody gonna be busting his old ass. He
Man,
stopped having them camps.
Muzzy Bowles will kill you right now.
Jake,
Man,
have you
man,
ever
get the
seen
fuck out of here.
Jake ain't on here?
Hey, man,
Jake,
y'all gotta stop it, bro.
Man, you
this
need to
ain't made
stop it,
up, bro.
man. You
This is
you
not.
If an 80-year-old
I've been
man
in.
beat me, I will never play basketball again.
Look, I ain't never seen an 80-year-old play ball. I ain't gonna sit here. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. But I seen him at early 70, 71, 72, and I'm like,
Ain't no
bro.
70-year-old gonna beat me, bro.
Matter of fact, Joe, you remember? I know an 80-year-old right now that could beat you in the foot. That can run. That can run farther than you and faster than you.
I said basketball. He's not beating me in basketball.
Well, I know an 80-year-old right now that can run more than you right now.
We ain't changing sports. We talking about basketball.
But
Max just tried to say
what
something
about
about
running? I know because
Max just
Max
said
did
something about
mention.
lifting weight.
I
We
know,
ain't
right? That was
doing it.
another sport. You right? I changed the
I
sport.
I want to play basketball against Bob Cousy old ass.
Hey,
Walk his
look.
old ass in there
I
with a cane. I'm gonna kick that motherfucker out his hand.
okay, all
Fucking
right,
ass.
all right.
Fucking
I
Bob
ain't messing
Cousy.
with Joe.
Hey, yo, and by the way, we all know that 80-year-old that could beat Joe. We know him. It's Cap. Cap. It's Cap,
Man,
Joe.
man, ain't no 80-year-old beat me in no sport, bro.
You
I'm
don't
All
think
sorry.
right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would stand a
Hey,
chance
Joe, you know
against
Cap, don't you?
Who? Man,
Kareem
Kareem Abdul.
Abdul-Jabbar, the captain?
Man, that motherfucker barely walk upstairs, bro. You talking about that motherfucker? You see
No,
that
we
motherfucker?
not.
You see that
No, no,
motherfucker
no.
had Kobe motherfucker
Come
enshrinement
on,
for his
Joe, man.
statue?
Relax, Joe. Joe,
That
we know
motherfucker
Max
had
don't
to
know.
get help to the podium, bro. You
Joe,
think he would
Joe,
beat
Joe,
me?
Joe. We know Max don't know
Man,
Cap, bro. We talking about a different Cap.
man, stop it,
Different
bro.
cap.
But that gave him the idea to go to the basketball Cap. But I'm talking about Cap that we know that be on the show.
Man, you better stop it.
You know Cap, right?
Set it up. I'm gonna show your ass. Y'all gonna feel like y'all gonna feel like I'm doing cap like Kobe doing his parents. You
All
wrong.
right,
You
all
wrong.
right,
You supposed to be honorable to your elders. Like,
Man,
all right.
we gonna have to get a virtual tournament going.
Yeah, because I know Cap can run 5 miles like it ain't nothing.
I don't give a fuck what
Matter
he
of
can
fact,
run.
I
We
know
talking about
Cap could do more
basketball,
pull-ups.
man.
Cap could do more pull-ups than you. Probably
Hey
Can he
man, whatever
shoot?
cap. That's
Nah,
not
I
what
don't
I'm
know. I don't
saying.
think he can do that. Well, he can't fuck with Joe. I don't think he can fuck with Joe on the court. Yeah, I don't
Hey
think he can
man,
fuck.
it's not an 80-year-old. Look, I'm not gonna look. Hey, look, let me stop playing. Jordan at
Bro,
60 probably give me right now. I ain't gonna lie. That's Mike Jordan, bro. Jordan's still dunking right now. Doc probably is still give me right now.
bro,
Doc's
I
still
know a
dunking, bro.
65-year-old right
Bob
now that'll beat you.
Cousy is not beating me at 22. What the fuck you think he gonna do at 80 years old, bro? Bob Cousy, Bob Cousy not gonna beat me in his prime, bro.
Hey, hey man, this was a good one, Joe. I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man.
All right, man, we out of here, man. We're gonna end the show, man. We over it.
All
All right, Joe. All
right.
right, man, we out of here, man. Raw Sports Radio. Go and subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all check and tune in to the whatever the fuck I want podcast Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Let's see you then. All right, man. Keep it raw, y'all.